What's up with you? What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, bro? Stephen A, you got your money though? You got your money. Hold up. Let me make sure this thing. Hold up. Okay. Okay. That's my speakers. Hold up. Hold up. These my speakers up. Okay. Now we had a power outage, man. Hold on. Let me see. Can you hear me? Let me get this damn mic right. This might not be one. Microphones, bro. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the right mic. Oh. Yeah, it's saying I do. It's saying I do. So, yeah. Anyhow, Stephen A. Smith. And it's you can disagree with people. You can disagree with people. You don't expect people to say what you can't tell them what to say. People got a right to their opinion. But the black community, man, it look like they've called Stephen A. Smith out, the National Black Journalists Association, organization of journalists, fellow colleagues, people that he respects, people who respected him. He got the thumbs down award. They're pretty much sick of him, man. Where Michelle Obama, and she didn't like the criticism she got. Kamala Harris, she didn't like the criticism she got. You had Michelle Obama, you had Kamala Harris, you had him saying things, taking shots, and a lot of people just simply have they've given up when it comes to him. They've given up when it comes to him. They he's gotten his money. He got his 100 million bucks, and some people say he wants to run for president. And to a certain degree, a lot of people feel like he's just abandoned the black community. And this is nothing new for the black, especially black community. It's nothing new. You take someone up and coming, they start coming up, and as they start to rise to power, they then do this crossover into conservative spaces, and then you take a look at Fox News. He's a frequent guest over there. I remember years ago. I'm trying to think. Was it Obama? Was it Barack Obama? I remember him going on Fox News, bowing down, kissing Sean Hannity's ring, saying a lot of real disparaging comments. I think about Obama, just real just the stuff that he would say. And the National Black Journalists Association, they've had it. They've had it. They've come out against him. We've seen Stephen Jackson. He's come out against him. A lot of people have made statements about him. The whole issue going on with the entire issue going on, the entire issue going on with uh, Ryan Clark. A lot of people said that they didn't believe him. No, I'm serious. When they said ESPN fired Ryan Clark, they just fired another black guy, black personality. What's the big guy? You know what I'm talking about. They fired him. They said Steven publicly on his channel claims that he's afraid to see him go, and he wish he would have known. And people saying he knew all about it, he just didn't care, but he's just doing that. And that's what people are getting that from. They say he's just going through the motions. But the thing about it, he goes to Fox News. Like, wait a minute, bro. You going to Fox News to complain about black people? Are you serious? You're going to Fox News? And this is his idea of response. You go to Fox News, you got all these black platforms. You know what I'm saying? He could have just went on one of those. But he didn't do that. Hold up for a minute. I'm getting the echo. Goddamn echo coming from. There we go. Here's so many places he could have went. He chose to go to Fox News. And people are saying, does this guy care? And he's complaining. He's complaining and whining and complaining, but isn't this what he does though? Isn't what this exactly what he does to people? He quote unquote calls them out. Isn't this his whole job? Isn't this what he does in sports? He calls out the athletes. The athletes get accused of something. Kyrie Irving. Wasn't he the first one? You know, I'm black, so I'm black and I can say it. You guys can't say it. You white guys can't say it. I'm black and I'm saying it. Kyrie, you need to retire. Kyrie, you're wrong. Kyrie this, Kyrie this, Kyrie. And it's like, bro, and it turns out there was a mistake was made. Turns out it's a mistake. But he sat there and threw the brother under the bus. And that's what people say. He used his position to throw brothers under the bus. And then now that they got together and criticized me, that's not about politics. You look at a Obama and a Michelle, no, that's not about politics. He goes down to Sean Hannity. I mean, like, what are you complaining about black folks on to Sean Hannity for? I mean, talk about the preacher, the preaching to the choir. I mean, are you serious? You go to Fox News to complain about black people. That's the preacher preaching to the choir. Well, that's all they do down there. And the sad thing about Stephen is he thinks they don't see him the same way. He thinks because he's got a few dollars in the bank. He thinks because he does his little tap dance and let me tappity toe, that they're not going to view him the same with the same venom. And the brother, you know, he don't like it, man. He's upset about it, and we got, you know what, we got audio. We're gonna play this audio right here. We're gonna play a little bit of this audio. We got a couple of people. We're not gonna play. You had Jamil Hill. She goes in on him. I don't know about. I'm not gonna play it, but it's pretty insulting. Was it Tamika Mallory? She accused him of being a white supremacist. D.L. Hughley's come out and agreed, and he goes into a long spiel. But we're just going to play his interview on Hannity. How about that? How about that? Huh? You can go look up the rest. You can go look them up. And we're not even going to show it. We're just going to play it. We're just going to play it. If we got it, I got to find it. Let me see if I got it. Right here. I see another where, yeah, we might do this other woman. She says, ban Stephen A. Smith. She thinks he's detrimental to the black community.
All right, Stephen A. Smith, never one to hold back his opinions, and lately he's been weighing in on pretty much everything. The ESPN star recently said that Florida Congressman, for example, Byron Donalds, could actually make him a Republican. Well, he's succeeded where I have failed miserably. I've been trying for years. Then there is the drama of the...
Wow, I didn't know that. He said Byron Donalds can make him a Byron Donalds? Wow. Wow, there's nothing wrong with being a Republican. But Byron, this guy, Byron Donalds?
WNBA, where Stephen A. is accusing conservatives of politicizing that controversy, but argued the WNBA did it to themselves by failing to establish clear guidelines. Oh, like defining what is a woman. Basic stuff. Now Stephen A. has taken on the National Association of Black Journalists after the group gave him its so-called thumbs down award, accusing him of a pattern of disparaging commentary about prominent black women. Now Stephen A. fired right back, warning the organization, you had your turn, now mine is coming. Here to, well, give them his turn, our friend Stephen A. Smith. First of all, this frustrates me as your friend. I get more angry when my friends are attacked than if I am attacked. We have been friends for decades. You won't even let me tell people what I know you do for minority communities, will you? If I started to talk about it,
Yeah, nah, you know what? He said we. No, he's been your friend, Sean. Sean, he's been your friend. You've been friendly to him, but he's been your friend. And I've listened to you, and he goes down there and he bends a knee and he kisses your ring. And normally he goes down there and you guys, Fox News, you use him to attack black people. He's somebody you use Byron Donalds. You bring Byron Donalds. You bring Byron Donalds down there. You bring an assortment of black people onto Fox News to hide your racism, to hide your absolute racism that you demonstrate and that you attack the black community with every day. You bring black people on, you set them next to someone that you claim you want fairness, and you're talking racial issues. What does that have to do with politics? And yet you bring this political bend claiming that what the hell does conservatism have to do with a black person who wants to be treated fair? What is it? Oh, well, that's a conservative. Well, who says this person is a liberal? Person said, I think black people shouldn't be lose their lives at the hand of the police. I think that they should be treated fair. Okay, so here we got this conservative to come in to do what? To disagree with that. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? Wait a minute, you disagree that people should be treated fairly by the police? And that's Fox News, and that's the game they play. And Stephen Hugh played that game, and Byron Donalds, an assortment of black conservatives went down to Fox News and disparaged the black community with a lot of anger, a lot of unfairness, and of all the places to go, all the places. What you got, the Breakfast Club. And look, let me say this. I am not someone who advocates that these are great spaces, but you got these you have these black owned podcasts who would welcome the conversation, but you're not going to do it. So you run off to Sean Hannity, where you're safe, and you can give a one-way response. You went and preached to the choir. You went to a man or a network that pushes a hatred toward the black community, certainly anti-black. If you don't want to go all the way out there and say racist, but they certainly are. I don't even think anybody can dispute Fox News is anti-black, and the personalities are anti-black. Don't give me this. They love to say we got a Negro who works here. What's that supposed to mean? You're right. They're gonna maintain their job. They're gonna be anti-black. Right? And Sean Hannity, this is a guy who attacked Obama. This is a guy who claimed what he was Kenyan. And you know what I'm saying? These guys run around being birthers. They were being birthers. The network was pushing that birther stuff. And you go to Sean Hannity? You go to Sean Hannity, Jasmine Crockett. And look, now hold up. Let's go down that rabbit hole. Look, wait a minute now. Jasmine Crockett, you are right. Jasmine, you should not support the Democratic Party or the Latinos in that district because they don't support you. Isn't that the whole movement? Isn't that the delineation movement? You ran for office. You're more qualified than this Tartat, whatever this guy's name is. You're more qualified than this guy. The Latino community let you down. Instead of sending you to be the representative, they send him, and now you got to be a good little soldier. Now you got to be a good little soldier and line up. No, you don't have to do that. No, you don't. No, you don't. You say, if that's the way you want to do it, if you guys want to turn on me, well, I'll turn on you. And then maybe we could come together and realize, hey, you might have to vote for a black person. Yeah? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Jasmine Crockett, the Democrats are upset now because she's not falling in line. But when you think about it, why should she? She did everything. She's more qualified. Everything she's supposed to do. And they vote for a guy nobody's ever heard of. They vote for a guy nobody's ever heard of. And he's down there pandering for votes. He's trying to get the white conservative vote. You know what that means? He's going to leave out the blacks. That's the whole game. That's the complete shell game. What you see going on in Texas, that's the whole game. And the thing that you need to do, Jasmine, is come out publicly. You don't have to pick a side. Say, I'll pick a side when I see a platform that serves my community. I'm not going to be a good little soldier just because. Look what you just did to me, Latinos. I broke my neck for you guys. And this is what you do to me when I need you to put me in office. The first time you see a Latino man, you go running to him. So that's a different story, but that's what's happening down there. You got her. She's upset with Stephen. She says Stephen said some things about her that was unfair. You remember LeBron James? LeBron James stepped to him. He stepped to him, and Stephen, man, it sort of was scary though. LeBron stepped to him, bro. He stepped to him. He G-checked him. He G-checked him, and he backed down. And he backed down and he shriveled. And then he went on his platform and he whined. And he whined and whined like he whined. Why don't you tell LeBron at the game what's up? Why don't you say, yo, what's up? Why don't you say, man, don't get in my face? Why don't you show him you was about that life, Stephen? Have me say, yo, bro, what's up? Hey, man, don't you get in my face? That's what you should have done, bro. I know back in the hood, you can't breathe on another man. So we're not gonna go have that conversation. That's the rabbit hole, you know. Nah, man, you can't breathe. If I front you and I say, hey, bro, and I breathe on you right there, bro, ain't no more talking. If you're a real one, you say, man, don't you breathe on me, man. Wrong with you? How dare you get up on me like that? That's the situation. And look, and I'm this because this is the thing to Sean, and that's the thing about a guy like Sean. These people are millionaires, including Stephen A. Gated communities, paradise-like living. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what the real world looks like. Stephen A., man to man, you coward, bro. You back down from LeBron. LeBron's a millionaire. And hell, they could give you the thumbs down award for the way you stood up to LeBron. Because you failed it. They don't even come over here with that. Go tell that to Sean. And I ain't even know I'm trying to help you, brother. I'm trying to help you, Stephen. I'm out here trying to help you. I'm spreading love, brother. You back down to that, bro. And see, let me tell you something as a man. You know why that bothers you? Let me tell you something. Every man out there, you know why you mad? Because you know you should have did something else. See, when you do what you know you're supposed to do, even if that means, hey, you can't even talk on these YouTube channels. Slip this in, though. Even if it means you might go to jail. You know what? You know you did what you had to do. You got to defend yourself, man. You can't let nobody front you like that. That's going to gnaw at you as a man. It's going to gnaw at your bones. You're going to keep thinking what you should have done. Man, I should have. Man, I couldn't, Dad. That's why you don't want to go down that rabbit hole, man. He get up close to you and he breathe on you. Hey, bro, we're going to have to do the game tomorrow. He let LeBron punk him. LeBron know what he did too. And I didn't say that I agree with that. I didn't agree with that, but LeBron's upset with Stephen A. What do people get that I don't agree? I didn't say I agree with that. I didn't agree. I didn't think I felt sorry for Stephen A. And I agreed with the other people too. I said, hey, LeBron, when you gonna call out these white dudes? When you gonna step to them, bro? Mr. Bad Man. Huh? See, I don't, I'm the one, I don't have a side. I have no side. I was very fair with that. I thought that I thought that was wrong to do that. Stevens, he's a little bitty, tiny man. He's in an off the rack suit. His suits probably don't get tailored. He's probably got on a Burlington special, $35, top and bottom. And he goes in there in some little loafers and his little Burlington suit. And you fronted the man, LeBron. You was wrong. You was wrong for that, bro. And I said it. I said, LeBron, when you going to call out some of these white boys that get on you? See, we know you ain't going to do that. But that's a whole different conversation. Now, anyhow, Stephen A's been called out. Kamala Harris is upset with him. He said some things about her, Jasmine Crockett, Michelle Obama, LeBron James, the National Journalists or the National Black Journalists Association, the president, they come out, they get a man's the thumb down award. And once again, Stephen, you play into a stereotype about you instead of you going on the Breakfast Club. Look, don't get on me. I didn't make this world the way it is. They don't have nowhere to go. They ain't got rid of black media. You know it and I know it. You tell me they haven't. With the TV one, they got rid of that. With BET, they don't. That's a twerk fest. Zeus channel, yeah. He should have went on Zeus. He should have went on Jaslyn's Cabaret. Zeus channel. Show me the black meat. I've been trying to tell you. I'm gonna say it again. You guys don't listen. There is no equivalent. I said, show me the equivalent of Fox News to Black America. It does not exist. I've been trying to tell you that. I said, there ain't no Fox News. There's no such thing as a black Fox News. So that gives them advantage right there. Fox News complains about CNN and all of that. They're the biggest fake news organization going. I saw Trump sit there in his press conference and make up this fantasy that he talked to some retired admiral. I think it's full stop right there. They don't talk to him. He claimed he talked, and some admiral said they've been out there longer than 90 days. Well, I don't know where it was because just this carrier that they're trying to bring home has set a record. And he said, based on that, what the hell that's got to do with this one? Do you know you can go on a WestPac? You can go on an assignment, and on your assignment, you don't get the proper supplies. That mean the guy before you, the guy who did it 2 years ago, okay, they did what they were supposed to do. What's it got to do with this one? And that's Trump, and that's Fox News, and Trump's, and I got a picture. I'm not going to do it. I got stolen valor. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I got this horrific image of Trump in full, it's not, all extra medals. And it's just real disrespectful to the military to wear something like that, brother. And I've seen he's got up there, he's got on his Truth Social post. I don't even know if he knows, Trump, you're not supposed to post yourself in a military uniform. You're not supposed to do that. That's disrespectful to the men and women who serve. But that's a different story, right? And it's such, it bothers me so much, I'm not going to do it. But we're talking about Stephen A. And somebody said Stephen A. He's low-key MAGA. Now, I can't respect him on that. I can't respect him that he won't come out. Why is he afraid to come out and say he's MAGA? Why? How can you respect a man who won't admit he's MAGA? Huh? Someone says he keeps saying he's an independent, but he only votes for Republicans. I mean, he only votes for Democrats. Now, you know what? Guys who do that, you do have to look at, you do. No, I'm for real. If you say you're independent, you gotta be on some conservative issues. You gotta support some conservative politician. What we said, Byron Donald. I wouldn't support him, but I do admit that a lot of black people don't want to admit that they're conservative, but they keep voting for the Democrat. And yeah, just say you're a Democrat. Just say you're a Democrat. And then, they played the racial shell game where in many cases you don't have a choice. And Fox News pushes that. And now you got Stephen A. And Stephen A. is finding out that the national. Well, see, let me make, because I'm the NJB. Hold on. Let me get this thing right. Here it is right here. NAJB, my mistake. NA, National Association of Black Journalists. And Trump met with them. When Trump went on the NBA, he went to the convention. I think Trump's the only one, only president. Donald Trump went to the NBAJ convention, National Association of Black Journalists. He sat on the stage. They had Harrison Faulkner there. Anyhow, he was there, and I don't know if that's the president, but he sort of bullied the host. Now that's the thing. See, Trump, like, hey, you want to interview me? Okay. He bullied the host, man. We can't get mad at that now. I mean, you want to interview Trump, you got to deal with him. And she sort of backed down. She sort of backed down. And Trump went in there and lied every other word. Man, hey, that's a part of it. If you interview someone, they can come in lying. Where you say, where you see where you getting, they got to tell you the truth. If you don't know how to deal with them, that's on you. And Trump went in there and clown, man. He went in there and clown. And you know what? Trump went in there against his advisors' advice. They told Trump, man, don't go there. Trump said, why? Why not? He said, I'll go to the National Association of Black Journalists. He said, okay, when you want me there? Trump. Donald Trump, he went there, sat on that stage, had that debate. I hate to say it, man. A lot of people don't want to hear this. He went off on that woman. She's some type of lawyer or something. She should have knew better to mess with Trump. They don't realize who they're dealing with, man. Trump. Anyhow, that didn't come off good. And National Association of Black Journalists, they're going in on Stephen A. They feel like Stephen A. done dropped the ball. He done lost his way. The eyes are no longer on the prize. The eyes are no longer on the prize. This brother, he's let us down. Here we go. Sean Hannity. You know that's something right now. I'm going to say up front, you're a conservative. If you running around on Fox News, man, you're a conservative. Ain't no damn independent on no Fox News. Fox News have chosen their sides. They've chosen a side. And this is the first interview you go on. You didn't go to the Breakfast Club. You didn't go. And let me see, this is the thing. You get forced to almost try to say that that's some type of platform for black people. Is Breakfast Club? That's not a platform for black people. Wasn't Sexy Red sitting up there just a week ago? Nah. Yep. Anyhow, he goes to Fox News, Sean Hannity, fair use. We're going to play it. Here we go right here. We might show a little bit of it. I don't know why you got to see it, but here we go.
I don't want to talk about it. Am I right or wrong?
That is correct.
Okay. So
That's correct.
Frustrates me that people that don't know you are making ridiculous allegations like this. Now, doesn't this have to do specifically with your criticism of radical people on the left? And you did mention a couple of African-American women at times, Jasmine Crockett, who says nutty things, Joy Reid, who says, in my view, nutty things. Is that what this is about?
I think it is. I don't think there's any question about it. And that's why I spoke out against it, because I think it's utterly ridiculous. I was raised by 5 black women.
Why are you on Fox News saying that, though, bro? Bro, you talking to Sean Hannity. He says Jasmine Crockett says wild things. Joy Reid Sean, you say a lot of wild things. Are you sitting up there talking to Sean Hannity? These people running around being birthers. They were running around being birthers. And he's down there saying, yeah, I agree, Sean. I call out the loony lefts, the loony ones, the ones who are extreme. But you probably look who you're talking to. He's not a centrist, Sean Hannity. He's a radical. He's a radical.
My mother, God rest her soul, and my 4 older sisters. I have 2 daughters. I have 10 nieces. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I find it highly offensive that they would label me in this way. Give me a thumbs down award specifically for disparaging black women. I want everybody out there to know there's no such thing. That did not happen. That is a flat out lie. And that never happened. Whether it was Jasmine Crockett, whether it was Kamala Harris, whether it was Michelle Obama, I pointed to something that they said that I may have disagreed with. That is all. That is all that I have done. And to enjoy
you said
Reid,
about Michelle
her
Obama,
as well.
she could win. That's what I remember you saying about
Yeah,
her.
but what? No. Yeah, but remember what happened was that I said that I did not appreciate her saying that a vote for Donald Trump was a vote against women, because I said there are a plethora of reasons why people go to a poll. Some people might prioritize the economy, immigration, safety in the streets of America, national security.
That ain't what she say. See what I'm saying? Here we go. The flim flam man. The flim flam man. You see that? Michelle Obama said a vote for Donald Trump was a vote against women. Instead of him saying, talk about that issue, he's the flim flam man. Now he's like, oh, there's a reason other people go to the polls, or they go to the polls for a lot of reasons. They not but the dippity doo da dippity. Bro, Steve Smith. I mean, this guy, bro. Stephen Smith. This guy.
Etc. There are a plethora of reasons why somebody would choose to vote. To sit up there and to say to African American men that a vote for Donald Trump would be a vote against women, I said, I don't think that's fair. And that's what I said. My point is, whether you agree or disagree, how does the word disparaging come into play? Or to
Yeah, well, I have to agree with Stephen on this. Much as I, no, I have to, I'm with him on his side. The Democratic Party are losing black men. They're hemorrhaging the black vote. The black male vote, they're hemorrhaging the black male vote, and they're hemorrhaging it because of masculinity. They don't understand black men want to be men. I'm sorry, you might not like men being men. You don't like, you're constant, and you look at the Democratic Party, the way you constantly redefine masculinity, you redefine it every 6 months. You got a new directive on masculinity. And a lot of black men and white men and men like being men. We're not toxic. We like being men. And then on top of that, on this social media, you feed us porn. I'm talking about social media. I'm not saying society. You constantly shape us into a new type of man, masculine man, one that you say is appropriate. Oh, Platinum, you're toxic, Platinum. You got X down there. You got Elon, he owns X. There's nothing but porn down there on X. Yet you want to reconfigure a man. Oh, Platinum, that's toxic, Platinum. Platinum, you're being toxic. Platinum, what did you do? I had a steak. I went to a nightclub. I went to a strip club. I hung out with my woman. I made a baby last night. Oh, you're toxic, Platinum. You're toxic. So they're hemorrhaging men. They are hemorrhaging men big time, bro. And Michelle found that out. Obama walked in there and said she would be mad at you. You got to address their needs. It's the same thing with Ice Cube. Ice Cube goes on Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray. I don't know the name of it. Foxhole or something. They go on the Fox channel. He goes on there. Ice Cube goes on there with the platinum plan for Black America. It was a plan to help Black America as far as investments, etc. They start yelling at him. And they did it. It's right there on YouTube. Ice Cube's looking at them. They start yelling at him. What you got for Black women? He said, excuse me? What do you have specifically designated for Black women? He said, this is for all of us. No, we want something. And see, there you go. Democratic Party, you're losing Black men. You say whatever you want to do whatever you want to do. And you messing with the whole definition of masculinity. See, people ain't going to accept that. You sitting around here fiddling, we talking about the WNBA, you whittling around with what is a woman. See, you playing around with that. You playing with that definition. Now you're sitting around here trying to get Black men. You want to change masculinity. Man, you got to get up. See, that's what I'm saying. Nah, bro. You know what? I'm saying you don't want to be a caveman. You guys can say that, though. No, I'm going to be for real. You guys can say that. And you're right. I agree in society. You don't want to be in a modern society and you're a caveman. But you guys don't realize as a man, that ain't that bad. No, see, I know you don't want to hear that, right? Going out here in the woods, man, getting you some boots and some lumber and living off the land. You're a man. You don't understand that there's a certain growth that goes with that, but you don't want to see. I'm not going to come out and understand that. We're talking about Stephen A. He would never do it. He certainly don't have any issues with that. He doesn't have any issues with the Democratic Party and their complete changing of the definition of man. He doesn't care about that. He's down there talking to Sean Hannity. He's ran to Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie, the Black people, they mean the slave, they mean to me, sir. Mr. Charlie, I picked good cotton for you, sir. Mr. Charlie, can you do something about the Blacks? They mad at me, sir. That's what he did, man. Why would you do that, Stephen A? Who the hell is Sean Hannity to tell the Black community anything? I mean, these guys were birthers. And you down there talking to Sean Hannity. We've lost our way, brother. We've lost our way. Fair use, man.
To talk about me degrading and denigrating Black women. No, I had a difference of opinion about something that they may have said, and that is all. But a journalistic organization that's its foundation is supposed to be based on objectivity and, most importantly, uplifting African Americans within the journalism industry. Well, excuse me, what have I accomplished in my career? Where am I sitting at right now? On September 29th, I'm about to be inducted into the Broadcast and Cable Hall of Fame. I've established myself as one of those people in this industry, but I'm not a Hall of Famer for the NABJ. I brought for my national television show, First Take from ESPN, in concert with ESPN and the great bosses that I have. We brought First Take, a nationally televised show, every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on ESPN. We brought it to the NABJ conference. When have you seen a nationally televised show broadcasting live from a journalism convention? I did it the last 2 years in Chicago and Cleveland, respectively, but I don't show up this year. And all of a sudden I receive a thumbs down award. I think it's utterly ridiculous, and I called them on it.
I think what's ridiculous is he did the flim flam man thing again. They didn't give you the award because you didn't show up. They gave you the award because of what you say and what you've been doing. And this guy, bro, now I'm Stephen A. You know, I'm not a fan. So I want you to let you know. I mean, I've seen him on ESPN. I don't like the whole, and if you guys don't even know, his whole schnick, right? His whole claim to fame is he's a pastor doing sports. You know how a minister speaks about the scriptures? That's his whole game. He speaks about basketball like he's a pastor. And that impresses a lot of these white people, so they think he's something special. Nah, man, I'm like, bro, this dude right here, man, he's annoying. And I saw him, he put on his Grambling, he put on his black HBCU jacket, and went up to hang out with Dion at a game day. And do you think I didn't like? I was offended by that. Like, man, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Just because you put on a HBCU jacket, that don't mean you support black people or you like black people. But this is what we got to do, man. And they're upset at him. They're getting on him, brother. They're getting on him. And as Tabor would say, as they should. They should.
You know, we've had very private, personal conversations that I think we should bring public.
Yeah.
And that is that my faith, my Christian faith, teaches me that God created every man, woman, and child on this earth. God put unique talents in every man, woman, and child on this earth. You know, we give a lot of lip service, people do, to a colorblind society. You know, I guess with extremists, I don't care if they're white nationalist jackasses or anti-Semites or whatever, you know, there are people that never want to get there. You will always be my friend, and you have been my friend, and you attack me more than anybody else. So you go at me day and night and day, either on text or on the phone. You don't hold back.
Yes, true.
But we're still friends.
Not at all.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why can't you disagree with some Democrats?
Unfortunately, because you have folks within the liberal community, in the modern liberal community, I'm not talking about traditional Democrats that are relatively moderate. I'm talking about these folks that have really regressed as far as I'm concerned. And their attitude is that you have to parrot their speech lock, stock, and barrel, or you're absolutely positively against them. Sean, on my show, Straight Shooter with Stephen A., I've had a show on POTUS Radio on Sirius XM channel 124 every Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. since September 17th. I've had 60 guests on the show, 30 Republicans, 30 Democrats. I'm a registered independent. I believe in being fair and exercising common sense. There are things that I disagree with about the president and his administration. You know that. There are things that I disagree with the left about. I'm fair and even-handed. That's not good enough. I understand that being the case with most people in America if you have your political tilt that you want to lean towards. But that should not be applicable to a journalist organization. The National Association for Black Journalists, it's not the entire organization. It was just a few board members that tried to give the impression the entire organization is against me. There's a whole bunch of people that were at the convention that spoke adamantly and emphatically against their decision to do that and in support of me. But nevertheless, a few board members decided to make this decision. And as far as I'm concerned, they will regret it because I'm not going away. If anything, they've made me more intense. They've made me more adamant about my positions and the manner in which I'm going to go about doing what I do. I don't back up, and nobody's going to intimidate me from being who I am. And that is a fair-minded individual that calls balls and strikes, and it's going to be fair to both sides of the aisle, no matter what the hell they say. I'm not backing up 1 inch. As far as I'm concerned,
that part I know.
All they've done is stirred me up. That's all they've done.
You know,
that's all they've done.
Because I've been on the receiving end of your rants. I have, you know, and the thing is, I always tell you, stick to sports. You tell me stick to politics when I talk sports. You can't blame Republicans because the WNBA, by the way, can't define what a woman is.
Yes, I can.
Sorry. They dug their. No, you can't.
No, I'm not. No. I didn't blame them. I didn't blame Republicans for the woman thing. I said, y'all, oh, you're politicizing it. You know that it's.
He's going to his little theme, and we don't even want to deal with that because we know the censors and all of that. So there you go. Him and his buddy, Sean Hannity. That's where you're going to go. Yeah, I've changed my mind, Stephen. Changed my mind. You go to Fox News to complain about the NABJ giving you the thumbs down award. Was it? Let me see this. I think I might have this clip. Tamika Mallory. If I have it, let me see. She goes in on you and says, you parrot a lot of white supremacist talking points. And a lot of people think you should just let the whole sports thing go, Stephen, because people like sports and they don't, just like you said, they got rid of Ryan Clark. Nobody wants politics in their sports. And you sitting up here on Sean Hannity, and then you popping up down here, LeBron, he's fronting you. Yeah, people are pretty much tired of it, man. LeBron is calling you out. You getting punked out. Don't nobody want to see that, man. I want to watch the game. I want to watch the basketball game. And instead of you, Stephen A., making up your mind what you want to be a sports analyst or do you want to be a politician? You down here getting punked out. I can't watch the game. And you heavily invested in politics. That makes, if I'm Ryan Clark, I'm suing. Somebody said he was going to sue him. Somebody said Ryan Clark was preparing the paperwork. He was going to sue, and he should. You got a hell of a case. You got Stephen A. Smith sitting his fat ass up there running his mouth, getting punked out, running from LeBron. Now he's running from the NABJ over there to Sean Hannity, his boy. You know what kind of Negro you got to be Sean Hannity's boy? What kind of Negro you think he likes? That's some old foot shuffling, samboing, tap dancing Negro like that. Sean Hannity likes his Negroes spineless. Now here we go. We got another one right here.
I don't like this.
Okay, we got another one. I think her name's, let me see if I'm not incorrect. Tamika Mallory. Okay, here we go. She speaks specifically on Stephen A. Smith. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. Here we go.
You can say, I don't like this or I feel this way, but it was the way in which it was stated, the context for which he put it in. And she happens to be a person that he could have asked out for dinner. And I know she would have made the time to go sit down with him and to talk about things so that he would have had a perspective before going to the air. So this is not a man who has a small platform. We're not talking about, a podcast, a YouTube podcast. We're talking about somebody who is on international TV almost 7 days.
There you go, Sean. There's the join link, StreamYard link. Mr. Sean Lawson in the chat. You're free to hit the link. You can come up. We're not going to bring the photo down, so we just need to hear you. We'll hear your comments, right? You don't have to worry about camming up. Like the stream, man. If you want to come up, we'll take your thoughts. If you agree that Stephen A. is, he's being picked on or they're wrong to do what they're doing, let me know. Sean, you can hit the link or forever hold your peace, brother. That's up to you. Joe Biden, there we go. It took you a minute, though, Joe Biden. Let's blame Joe Biden for Stephen A. getting the thumbs down award. I don't know what side you're on, man. You say you hit it. It's got to be a hyperlink. I should pin it up, but anyhow, let's listen to this. Steve, here she go. Fair use.
You can say, I don't like this or I feel this way, but it was the way in which it was stated, the context for which he put it in. And she happens to be a person that he could have asked out for dinner. And I know she would have made the time to go sit down with him and to talk about things so that he would have had a perspective before going to the air. So this is not a man who has a small platform. We're not talking about, a podcast, a YouTube podcast. We're talking about somebody who is on international TV almost 7 days a week, whether it's his show or other shows that he jumps on to do commentary. You have a different responsibility. credibility than the guy who's, you know, just giving his thoughts. It's he just does. So that's how I felt about it. But I want to say this because I think it's important to put the pen here. This is all by design. This is not, I don't want us to walk away thinking he just made a mistake and he, you know, and he should just do better. No, there are people who have made a decision about where they stand as it relates to the moment that we are in. I hear him parrot white supremacist talking points often. And so this is not something where he doesn't know.
But you hear the host said, yup.
I hear him parrot white supremacist talking points often. And so this is not something where he doesn't know and needs to be educated. He's actually very educated. Doesn't mean he's not ignorant, but he's very educated. And he has made a conscious choice to be intentionally a part of the mass disinformation and misinformation machine that is harming our communities. And really, it is extremely destructive, not just as it relates to elections, but also our interpersonal relationships are being impacted by having to fight through misinformation with people who don't know, and they're getting what they think they.
Sean, I don't know, Sean. Sean, it's a StreamYards link. Sean, when I first joined my first panel, Sean, I didn't even know what StreamYards was. I just hit the link. And the link took me up. I didn't know what it was. I saw it opening up my phone, and next thing you know, I was backstage. The next thing you know, I got my mic and all. Yeah, so I don't know what you guys, maybe things have changed now, but it was beyond simple. I don't know why yours is not working. Do you have to get on your computer? I don't know, brother. Like the stream, man. Support the platform, man. We'll take your thoughts. Stephen A.'s been called out. He's been going into conservative media. He's bashing black people again. He's preaching to the choir over there. They don't particularly care for black people much. I don't know what he's trying to prove. I mean, he says he's friends with Sean Hannity. I don't know how you could be. And look, I'm going to be for real. Listen, Sean, and I remember Sean, I remember you from Hannity and Combs. Sean, I remember Hannity. I mean, my fault, Combs. Combs has passed away. Combs has passed away. Come on, I remember you with Hannity and Combs. He said, you said you're friends with Stephen A. Stephen A's got to be the biggest foot shuffling, tap dancing Negro in the world, if that's the case, brother. Because, man, the things you say, I mean, this is the same network that called Obama. They were saying he was a birther. This is the same network. You know what I mean? But people think that Stephen A's low-key MAGA. And I'm starting to agree with him. I think he's afraid to say it, but I think on the slick, he's low-key MAGA.
And as it relates to the moment that we are in, I hear him parrot white supremacist talking points often. And so this is not something where he doesn't know and needs to be educated. He's actually very educated. Doesn't mean he's not ignorant, but he's very educated. And he has made a conscious choice to be intentionally a part of the mass disinformation and misinformation machine that is harming our communities. And really, it is extremely destructive, not just as it relates to elections, but also our interpersonal relationships are being impacted by having to fight through misinformation with people who don't know, and they're getting what they think they know from people like Stephen A. Smith.
I definitely agree. But then even take it a step further, he had the audacity to publicly, and again, he does everything publicly. He doesn't just call a person quietly, he publicly say, make the statement that said that he invited her to the show plenty of times and she turned him down, and is she scared of, because he asked all the tough questions. I was like, wow, I don't see you have that energy for the people in the right. That goes again to the disrespect towards black women, because he doesn't address white men, especially white men on the right, that same way. I'm sure other people have told him no. I'm sure everybody he asked hasn't come on his show. That's just not the way it works.
Well, guess what? First of all, the lady is running for Senate. And so, you know, she has her responsibilities and her campaign strategy and what she's doing. So that's number one. But she isn't old Stephen A. Smith anything.
No.
You already let me know where you stand. So I can just decide to tell you to kiss my ass too, because that is an option that we have. But it's interesting that he might say that, because what I know is that multiple people contacted me to connect us after I made a statement, and he was supposed to be having a producer reach out to have me on. So is he scared because I haven't been invited yet? I haven't heard from a producer. I should be able to go, why can't you talk to me? I've been on some of the biggest shows in the world.
Yeah, why don't you talk to Miss Mallory, Stephen A. Tamika Mallory. You talk to Sean Hannity. Why don't you go talk to Tamika Mallory? You say you care about the black community, Stephen A. I think he low-key MAGA, which is fine. That's nothing wrong with being MAGA. You could be you could be a black person and you love MAGA, you love the group movement, you love Trump, you love conservatism. Who says he can't do that? But I think that's where he's running into a problem, because he's going in these black spaces with that type of mentality, and he's constantly being upset. He's finding himself in disagreements, and he doesn't understand that those people don't agree with the Sean Hannitys. They don't agree with the Fox News types. You know what I mean? He don't realize that, and he's finding it out. He didn't say, I don't think he said anything about Trump. Trump attacked LeBron. LeBron ain't said nothing. LeBron been minding his business. Which is the setup. Somebody asked him, who did he think was better, LeBron or LeBron went to the Sixers? If you think they don't have plants in the White House press corps, you're nuts. They have people they put in the White House press corps to send softball questions and questions that he wants to answer. And somebody sat in that press corps and gave him a LeBron James, and he called LeBron James a racist. I didn't hear Stephen A. say anything about that. He said not a word about that. He didn't ask Sean Hannity. He said nothing to Sean Hannity about that. He said, Sean Hannity says, I know about things you do for minorities. How the hell would Sean Hannity, how would he know? Like, how would you know, Sean? Because that's the conversation you're going to have with Sean Hannity. Yeah, what you're doing for the black community. I'm gonna go talk to Sean Hannity about, I feed a lot of needy people in the black community. Hey, Sean, yeah, this weekend I'm going to go feed about 400 black kids. Yeah, that's something Sean is looking for, ain't it? This is the same network that put on birthers. They platform birthers, people who accused Obama of being Kenyan. They went in on Reverend, Reverend Wright. They went in on the black church. Fox News, man. Fox News. Fox News. Here we go. They went in on the black church. They went in on Reverend Wright. They don't really bring a black correspondent on there that's really going to pull them out to the carpet. They're only going to bring these broke back these dudes who they submit. These men, basically, if you're a black person and you go on Fox News, you're submitting. And no matter how you try to interpret that, you submit it. That's a submission. You can say, Brian Dunn, all you guys, that's nothing but a submission. You're a black man and you go on Fox News, you can say what you want to say, you submit it. That is a submission. You're a coward, and that is a submission. Period. And somebody's got to tell the truth, man. And he went straight down there and he submitted. He went straight down there and submitted. He went straight down there and he submitted. And they're getting on him, man. And, you know, they're calling him out. They're not pulling any punches. They've had it. And he's low-key MAGA. He's low-key MAGA. But one thing I'll say about the black community, you got these people shook. They won't admit they're MAGA. You got a lot of them shook. If you MAGA, you MAGA. Just say that. Just say that. A lot of black men and women are MAGA, but they shook. They're afraid to say it. And they're calling out, you know, National Association of Black Journalists, they're calling this guy out. They're calling him out. They're telling him, hey, man. Hey, man. You support the community or not? And he got his big money. If it wasn't for the black community, he wouldn't have got no money. ESPN, they got their barons crossed anyhow. ESPN, you give Stephen A. Smith all this money. Who watches ESPN? Yeah, who watches ESPN? Everybody watch no damn ESPN. You know, and game day, let me warn you, game day. I don't want to see this clown, okay? I don't want to see no Dion. Okay, let's do a whole year game day. I don't want to see no damn Deion Sanders, and I don't want to see no damn Stephen A. Smith. Okay? Give me the game day. Give me my game day. All right? I know what I like to watch. I know on my Saturdays, I know what I like to watch. Give me my college game day. Give me my big time college coach. Give me my Notre Dame. Oh, there you go. That's my team too, Notre Dame, brother. Can't wait for it. They'll be here in about 25 days. Notre Dame. Give me my Notre Dame. Give me my we're gonna go with LSU. Give me my Ohio State. Give me my USC, man. I ain't got no time for this Stephen A. fucking Smith and Deion Sanders. That's what pissed me off about a lot of dudes. Like, hey, man, you even keep up with sports? I don't want to see no damn Deion Sanders. And they might not win a game next year. The Colorado Buffaloes probably won't win a game. They won't win a game next year. And they got them guys down there. He got on his HBCU jacket. And he getting a damn thumbs down award from black organizations. Hey, that stuff don't work, bro. Down there hanging out with Sean Hannity. Like the stream, brother. We're talking about coaching. We're talking about coaching. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. We got a hater in the chat box. Why would you come here? Hold up. No, we got to do this. Why would you come here, bro? Why is it nothing but a podcast? You don't like it, it's not for you. Why would you come here and try to disrupt it? Why? I mean, I don't get that. Why do you care, man? Do you know how many podcasts on YouTube I don't like? Do you see me all in the chat box? You don't see me in no damn chat box telling them people they can't think the way they want to think. Bruh. And we got a guy in here, he can't even learn how to use a StreamYard link. but he's a conservative. This is MAGA right here. This guy can't even use a StreamYard link. And these people have the nerve to criticize black people. They have the audacity to criticize black people, and they can't even, they don't even know how to click on a link. They don't know how to click on a damn StreamYard's link. And they got so much to say about black people. And this is the world we live in now. This is the world we live in. Like the stream, brother. Support the platform. We welcome your disagreement. We had a guy come up yesterday. We disagreed fundamentally. Nobody called anybody a name. He made a good point. I actually learned something from him. Actually, no, I did. Listening to him, he's a smart guy. We disagreed on quite a lot. But that's the whole point. And you guys don't understand that. You want someone to be, see, that's what Fox News is brainwashing. That brainwashes you. After 2 weeks of Fox News, brainwashed. You're brainwashed. You get brainwashed. Sean Hannity, come on, man. Hold up. She said, welcome disagreements, but gets butthurt over the audacity to disagree with someone because of their race. I don't know what you mean by that. Who's butthurt? I disagree with that. You know, and that's another thing. If this is a conservative woman, that's amazing to me. Because to do that to be a woman, to be this era of conservatism, see, in my opinion, well, you know what, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole, because I really think y'all got picked on or something. Because you have to support the conservative party as a female, man, you must really have some anger toward liberals or blacks to some degree, man. Because you got to be joking. Sean Hannity, Donald Trump, look at all that stuff. He's been found guilty. Look at all those things. Epstein files. You're a woman, you support Donald Trump? See, that's when you get into stupidity now. And it's not even about that. It's just somebody who just does not understand the issues. They are just woefully uneducated or brainwashed. Brainwashed. They're brainwashed, brother. They're brainwashed. And a lot of them are divestors. And it's possible right here with her. They're divestors. They got them a zaddy. And they're trying everything they can to try to keep the waves down. And they don't like these Negroes messing up things with zaddy. They want to keep their marriage even keel. And they become these conservatives because they want to appease zaddy. It makes zaddy gets mad at them and they say, oh, I'm tired of you Negroes. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. And if you like zaddy, hit the link. We ain't mad at you. Stephen A. Smith was legitimately called out. Black communities exercising a little bit of power. He's going to ignore it to some degree. He ran down to Fox News, which is ridiculous. You know, it used to be if you had a problem in the black community, you called Farrakhan. Remember that? Isn't that old rap? Isn't that old rap? The guy went out to LL Cool J. He said, call Farrakhan. He said, isn't that what he said? Take the tat off your arm. You call Farrakhan. Now we calling Sean Hannity. Now we calling Sean Hannity now. Now we calling Sean Hannity. Like the stream, man. And Stephen A's been on a couple of podcasts, and it's not just Sean Hannity. I saw him on another one, and he was down there doing the same thing, he's playing victim. Down there playing victim. Oh, woe is me. Why are they doing this to me? I do so much for the black community. That ain't why they did it. They didn't say anything was wrong with that. They said nothing was. They said that you do a lot of foot shuffling, brother. That's what they said. And instead of you addressing that, you just make an excuse. Then he let LeBron James run him up out. That's what I'm saying, man. You know what, bro? Stephen A., you can't get punked, man. And I ain't trying to hate on you or nothing, but LeBron punked you, bro. And you think because them white folks gave you some money that black folks look up to you. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't look up to you because the white man gave you some money. And that's his problem. That's why in NABJ, NABJ went off on you. They see you got you some money, but you let LeBron pull you, bro. LeBron James pulled you. He sacked your ass up like groceries. That's what he did. LeBron James put you on that little scanner and then put you in a paper sack. He sacked your ass and you took it. And you down here complaining about the NABJ. That's what I'm saying, man. You need to do something about that. And now we got another coward in the chat box, Tyrone. What's he supposed to do? What you would do, he do the same thing you would do, Tyrone. Get your ass sacked up like groceries. Paper or plastic. Just like you would do. Get your ass bagged up. Stack your ass up like a couple of cans of tuna fish. And that's what happened to him. And that's what would happen to you, sir. And that's my problem with that, man. Do you guys, we get the whole Democratic and the whole masculine thing, but the conservative side, man, you guys be saying so much cowardly shit. You guys always hiding. You hide behind the police. You got an excuse for why you got punked out. You got about 15 excuses why you don't want to fight. Yeah, man, so how you going to be a conservative? Got a guy in the chat box talking about LeBron James 6'3". What's that supposed to mean? He's still man to man, brother. You guys wouldn't know, though. You guys wouldn't know that. These guys are a bunch of beta males. That's what you got. You got a lot of beta males. Stephen A is a beta male. He got women calling him out, bro. And instead of them facing the women, he running over there to Sean Hannity. He's skirting over, he's sliding over to Sean Hannity. Instead of him standing on it, standing on business, he running over to Sean Hannity. He crying in Sean Hannity's shoulder. They're being mean to me, Zaddy. 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 He went down to Sean Hannity and cried on that white man's shoulder. And you see why he got the Thumb Downs Award? That's why he got the Thumb Down Award. There you go, Sucker Smith. There you go. Sucker Smith. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that from now on out. Sucker Smith. I talked to Stephen A. years ago. I'd have to show it to you. This was before YouTube. He was down there foot shuffling on Fox News. And believe it or not, no, I'm serious. I'm going to tell you what I did. Stephen A. was down there foot shuffling. And I went on Google and I looked up his email because I said, I bet you got an email. He did. He had an email. And I hit up his email. And I said, man, I said, you down there kissing Sean Hannity's ass? I said, what's wrong with you, brother? Brother. And he answered back, talking about why can't I talk to conservatives? Why come black people don't like when I talk to conservatives? And he knows why. I think he low-key MAGA, man. I think that's really what I think he needs to come out. He needs to come out and just say it. He don't like Kamala and Michelle and Jasmine Crockett. And then you're going to have the dudes that talk about the women and stuff, the gender divide. On that, I get that. I get the whole Democratic Party thing. Because I'm big on masculinity. I get that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the normal, healthy attraction a man has to a woman is somehow toxic. It's just like we see now the little Carly LeRae or whatever, the female rapper gave this guy a dance where she did all types of extra stuff and sitting in his lap and grabbing him. And the very minute he responded, she wanted him kicked off the stage. Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. Why he doesn't have a right to touch you back? You touching him. You touching him. So the minute he responds in a masculine way, he's we don't like this. Get your ass off stage. That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's the world we live in, though. That's the world we live in. That's the world we've moved to. And strange bedfellow, somebody told me that Jason Whitlock was supporting Stephen A. That's crazy. Now, I don't know, but that's what they told me. But they have some type of history that they don't particularly care for each other at all. So I voted for Kamala. Okay, guy said he voted for Kamala in the chat. Like the stream, brother. They really love to tell black people who to vote for, who to like, and who to vote for. That's slavery, man. That's a pass down from slavery. The white supremacist likes to tell you who to like. You see the people in that picture? Come here, Tyrone. Yes, sir. You see them? You see all them people in that picture right there? That LeBron James guy, Jasmine Crockett. You see that? Them troublemakers. Those a bunch of troublemakers. Don't you listen to them. They was doing it back then. They doing it now. That's how Fox News is. Fox News is nothing but the plantation boss telling Negroes who to like and who to not like. And it's working with MAGA. They got them. Woo! That's why you can't really get on Negroes because look what they did to the man. You really can't get on Negroes. With Fox News brainwashed a lot of white people. When they feed them lies and that foolishness, they eat that up. They eat that to the core. And Stephen A got rightfully called out, man. A lot of people don't like it. I don't know why they added that black woman thing to it. I mean, if you don't like them, you don't like them. You don't have to add extra to it. And Stephen A is going to come to a crossroad, man. What you going to do? You got a lot of money. You claim you're independent. Half of your posse's been fired by ESPN. You one of the last remaining Negroes. You the last Negro. They should make a Disney film. You had the last Airbender. Why don't they make a Disney film featuring you, Stephen A? The last Negro. Give you some superpower. You can have a sonic voice. You can take on Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson and Jason Whitlock. That sounds like a nice little Disney film, man, for kids right there. The Last Negro, starring Stephen A. Smith. He ran afoul, man. Day of the Rope. The Last Negro. Hey, you know what, bro? We make jokes about that, but you better be careful, Stephen. Oh no, I'm not even. This is YouTube. I can't say that joke, man. It's pretty funny though. They got rid of most of them. Did they get rid of most of those Negroes that work for ESPN? It ain't gonna work though. ESPN, it's not gonna work. I know what you're trying to do, and that ain't gonna work. ESPN having a majority every time you look at a show, majority bunch of white guys. White guys are cool, but that ain't gonna work. I know you think it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. You'll see. You know what? And the way you find out, you got to do it, right? So let's do it. Let's do it. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work, man. Not that I even listen to that stuff, the little sports shows they have. I don't listen to that stuff. And I like my game day. Hold on. Let me say this. I like my college game day. I like my college game day. And hats off to Lee Corso. Liked him. I like all the personalities on game day. It's a majority white broadcast. It has always been like that. I think they got one guy on there, Dwight Desmond Howard. That's it, ain't it? I don't know. It might be somebody else, but anyhow, I like game day. Those guys are very interesting personalities, and they do what they do all the time. They're well received. They're good guys. I think they bring Tim Tebow out there every now and then. I like the way that's put together. See, that is successful. But this stuff you're trying to do with ESPN, it's not going to work. But you're going to find out. You think you can do it that way. It's more to it than that. And Stephen A, he has camera. Stephen A, they got Stephen A in his bag, bro. They got you in your feelings down. That man be bringing Cameron. I don't even get that one. Like, you trying to convince black people you still down, you bring Cameron. You know what that is? That's what, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, and that's how, and to me, I don't even get that. I said, why is what does Cameron have to do with sports? And Cameron from the, what was the Cameron? What's the name of that group? God, Cameron, what's the name of that group from New York? It was Cameron, Jim Jones. what was the dude? What was the dude? God, the little Latino dude. What was the name of that group? Cameron, Jim Jones, the Latino dude. Well, Dipset, yeah, Dipset. There you go, Dipset. Yeah, you bring Dipset. You bring Dipset on. That's crazy, man. I mean, look, that's Dipset. You got Cameron on there, right? Trying to prove to the world you down for the community. Remember when Vanilla Ice bought Flavor Flav? Remember Arsenio Hall interviewed Vanilla Ice, and Vanilla Ice showed up because everybody was questioning, Vanilla Ice like he ain't really real, and how's this dude rapping and claiming he hood? And he showed up unannounced with Flavor Flav. And it was so it was cringe. It was so embarrassing. And Stephen A., that's what I see. When I see you drag Cameron out, it's cringe. It's cringe, brother. It's cringe. It's cringe. You doing a show with Cameron and you got Sean Hannity patting you on the top of your head. Bro, you don't know where you fit, bro. You don't know where you fit. He said, Officer Tatum. He might as well put him on there. Officer Tatum, if you ask Officer Tatum, this is how Officer Tatum answer questions, right? If you ask Officer Tatum who's going to win, the Eagles or the Cowboys, he'll say the Cowboys will probably win, but the Eagles are a good team. You can't just discount them like that. He said, well, who's going to win? One of them will win. Maybe the Eagles will win, but the Cowboys are good. He's like, bro, this dude on both sides. He said Cameron has a sports podcast. There you go, brother. You need to be down there on time, brother. I wish I would listen to Dipset. You know, we just different people, man. I swear we're different. I wish I would listen to fucking Dipset. And like when I just told you I like Game Day, right? I wish I would replace that with Dipset. No, thank you, brother. No, thank you at all. I don't want to hear that. What about knowing what the fuck you talking about? Fuck out of here. You can't. These rap dudes don't know nothing about no sports. Nothing. They're homers. They're homers. They're nothing but a bunch of fucking homers. Gilly the Kid is a homer. That's why he got all that Philadelphia Eagle. Every time you see him, he got on a Philadelphia Eagle hat. Now he's likes the 76ers. Ain't nothing wrong with liking your home team, but that's a homer. You know, Homer Simpson, that's a homer. He's a homer. That's what you call a person like that. That's a homer. Home team. You can't watch sports listening to a fucking homer. But you guys wouldn't know that. That's what I'm saying. I come on these YouTube channels and you guys wouldn't know. You don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. Stephen A. looks like a complete imbecile dragging Cameron onto that platform. That's the best you can do, bro. You trying to prove to black folk, man, no, Stephen, man, he's still down, man. No, man, y'all can't say that about Stephen A., man. He's still in the street like that, though, man. Steve fuck with the streets, man. He had Cameron on there. No, man. Stephen A., my boy, man. He still fuck with the streets, man. He be bringing Cameron on there. No, man, you can't say that about Stephen A., man. Bro, y'all guys are clowns. Stephen A. Smith, he also hangs out with Sean Hannity. That's what he does. He hangs out with Sean Hannity. And he's got a lot of money. And he watches General Hospital. Yeah, he's real thuggy. That's the type of thug. Yeah, he watches General fucking Hospital. I seen that as a kid, man. I absolute hated the stories with a vengeance, bro. There's a fire in me about that. I certainly wouldn't watch it as an adult. But having to be forced to watch that stuff as a kid, good Lord, that was horrible for me. God, that was horrible. The stories. God, that was torture. That was I'm thinking about that right, man. That was torture. I think I literally used to cry as a kid. I think I cried. My mother would cut on the stories. I think I cried, man. I couldn't. Oh, I want to see that. That's terrible. Whatever you call, man, that was bad. And I saw Stephen A. say he watches that all the time. I said, man, what? You watch the stories? Like the stream, man. Support the platform. What you think about it? You think they picking on Stephen A? You on your gender war? You on your gender war BS? And what, you know what? In his defense, they did specifically say black women, so they're going to lose a lot of black man support by doing that. They are. I don't know why they emphasize that, though. I don't. But they did. Like the stream, brother. Community said they sick of Stephen A, man. They said they've had it. We've been dealing with you, bro. You've been disappointing us for years. This is the best you can do. This is the best you can do. And it would take and they called him out, man. And he's going to have to choose a side, man. That's what's going to happen. What side of the fence you going to be on, Stephen? What side of the fence you going to be on, brother? There we go, man. Like the stream, brother. We got the join link pin, man. What side of the fence are you going to be on, brother? You for us or you against us, huh? You for us or are you against us? You know, and this isn't a world of, this is a Switch world and Twitch world. And then we gonna talk about the thirst bucket, bro. If you down there watching Twitch, I seen that. I saw some stuff on Twitter, man. This woman say she a gamer, man. I saw the picture. I thought she had OnlyFans. So I click on the little profile, and she's a Twitch streamer. And I said, wait a minute. Dressed like this? They sitting down there playing video games half naked, man. And you know what, bro? I hope hey, man, if you got children, man, you guys need to watch your kids, man. You know, they don't need to be down there at 12 and 13 looking at Twitch. You think they learning how to play video games, man. You got all types of women down there half naked playing, making money. And they get 3,000, 4,000 people watching them, man. I just saw, that's one person. I'm sure I don't really watch Twitch, but Twitch. Jump. Now, they're not done with Stephen A. He's going on and he's going to go on the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne's going to ask him a bunch of stupid questions. like he always does and let him off the hook. And Envy's going to interrupt with something stupid. Yeah, I heard you got the new green. You got a green customized Maybach. Yeah, I was feeling it. I can't afford it. I was feeling it. What they got to do with why don't you ask the man some quality question? They ain't going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. He's going to get on there and run his mouth and play victim. And the people complain and say, you stabbed them in the back. You're supposed to be supporting them. You got this money from ESPN because you black and you basically monetize, your whole schnick, and the way you pay the black community back is with betrayal and anger. And you low-key MAGA. You're afraid to admit it. You low-key MAGA. On the low. MAGA on the low. He's low-key MAGA, man. I don't know why he's afraid, though. I'm serious. Just come out and say that. Just say that, brother. You better be careful around LeBron James, too, brother. You better be careful on LeBron, because, he might take it there. And the black women, you know how that is. You know how these Negroes is. You put them in a room full of black women, bro. What's that? That's that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, bro. These niggas, a room full of black women, bro. These Negroes become Mr. Hyde on you. Yeah, they get gassed up quick, bro. What they call them, white knights. They start white knighting. Yeah, he gonna catch it from a lot of black men because of that too. You know how black men are about black women, bro. You know that. And let me just say this in his defense. A lot of it's going to be unfair. I don't know how he's going to respond to it. I don't know how he'll handle it, but a lot of it is going to be very unfair. But, you know what they do? They're going to call him out, man. Call him onto the carpet and tell him, hey, we don't like what you've been saying, brother. And then when he say, well, if I say what you say, ESPN will fire my ass. Or why don't you just say that? And I 100% agree. If he say what people want him to say, ESPN will fire him. And that's going to be interesting for Stephen A. Smith, man. You sitting up there, the last Negro at ESPN, and them white boys saying all that racist shit. You're going to have to sit up there and try to clean that up. Well, that's going to be interesting watching that. That's going to be, you ain't going to be able to do it, but I mean, I can just, we'll see though, right? He said nobody cares about Metcalf. I don't know what you mean. You mean, I don't know what that's a question, or is that a statement? And what do you mean? Because I don't know what that means. Nobody cares about Metcalf. I don't know what that means. And I hope they call him out, though, man. You got to call him out on going on Fox News. Black community say we sick of you, instead of him trying to address that and take that on in a fair capacity. He runs to Fox News. He runs to Sean Hannity. He runs to hide on Hannity and have Hannity now. These are the same people who dealt with the birther movement. They're the same people who attacked Michelle Obama, talked about the woman's looks, aggressively went after her looks, made fun of her. They brought people on Fox News who made fun of this woman, made fun of her makeup, made fun of her appearance, made fun of the where she wears her clothes. And this man goes onto that show. He goes on that show and tries to play victim of all the places to go. You had Tamika Mallory said he won't debate her. He's afraid. He's afraid to debate her. He's scared. He's cowardly. LeBron, we saw him man to man as a man. When a man got in his face, he backed down. He submitted. And if you go on Fox News and you're a black man, that's an act of submission. I'm gonna be for real. If you're a black man, you go on Fox News, you might as well paint your nails, brother, and put on some lipstick. You just submitted. You submitted to white zaddy. Don't tell me that. Don't give me that. They may not do it while you're there, but I know what they do. And like I just told you, Hannity and Combs, brother. You don't even, that's what I'm saying. You get on these YouTube channels and people don't know, they don't know anything. They don't know anything. And I've been saying, I'm the only one that's been saying it. Talking about some YouTube channel. What was that, 92, 93, Hannity and Combs. Hannity and Combs. Yeah, Combs is dead now. You don't even know who that is. Now you got the Negro who goes on Fox. That's an act of submission. You might as well put on the dress, bro. As a man, you go into a space where they don't respect you as a black man. You go down there samboing and taptoeing and trying to get them to support, convince them that you're a good Negro. That's all you're doing down there. Go down there and say some stuff they don't like. See, then you're not going to do that because you're a coward. And that's what I mean. Stephen A. goes down there whining now. He went down there to crown Sean Hannity's shoulder. That's exactly what he did. Sean Hannity. Slumdog says, so he's supposed to fight LeBron. There we go. There we go. You want me to answer that, Slumdog? Yes. Yes, you do. You got to answer that. Yes, you do. You got to fight him. If a man comes to you, what you going to do? And this is what I mean by this guy is MAGA. This is what I mean. This is a MAGA guy. This is what I'm saying. This is a MAGA slumdog millionaire. This is MAGA. And when you say, he says, so you supposed to fight LeBron, you damn right. Why not? If he bring it, I mean, you ain't looking to fight nobody. But you still a man, right? If somebody come at you wrong, you get that shit together. But you wouldn't understand that, you MAGA. See, these guys are really, a lot of these dudes are nothing but, they're male Karens. They're nothing but a bunch of male Karens. And the very minute something starts going left, they on the phone whining to the police. Even though they probably started it, it's all their fault. The very minute, bro, they pick up that phone, they cut their phone on and start recording. Where's that video, man, with that woman? That black dude was out, he was bird watching. He was out somewhere bird watching, and the woman's jogging or something. He's not even close to her. And she, all of a sudden, she stops. She's got a little dog with her. And she starts asking him questions. And he said, yeah. He said, what? And then she's recording him, right? So he starts recording her. And she's like, what are you doing? He said, well, I'm bird watching. Okay, but why are you here? And then the little dog almost choked itself. Somebody called ASP the pet people on that. Because that's sad. When you watch that little dog, because she's not paying attention to the little dog she's walking, and the thing gets you got it's terrible, man. It's a terrible video. It's out there somewhere. It probably was a couple of years ago. And turns out she got fired or something. The guy, they went in there, investigated. The guy had every reason in the world to be out there. He wasn't bothering anybody. And then she harassed him, and I think she got fired. Her job just fired her. Like the stream, brother. Support the platform. Where we at? Where my super chats at, man? We got to get this thing going. If you support Stephen A. Smith, tell me why. Tell me why. What is it? APSC? Is that it? Something like that? We most certainly are. Support the platform. He said, begging for handouts. We certainly are over here, brother. We most certainly are. We got bills over here, bro. Support the. If you want to piss off MAGA, man, send $100 bomb through the super chat. Support us. Since MAGA think they know what's best for us. Go right ahead, brother. We certainly are. Hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat, support the platform. Stephen A. Smith is on this tour. He's not talking to black people. He thinks he's somebody special. They've called him out. He's talking about he's going into the Hall of Fame with Howard Cosell. Man, nobody caring about that. Stephen, don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. I'm going to the Hall of Fame. I'm going to be in there with Howard Cosell. And what, brother? Look at how you got in there, though, man. Look at how you got in there. And you still need to get over that, what LeBron James did to you, brother. I know you mad. That made you look bad too, man. You lost a lot of clout. Lost a lot of respect, man. The black community, you know how the black community is. When LeBron punked you out, bro, you lost a lot of respect. A lot of men, they can't respect you behind that. Being scared like that, all timid and feeble and shit. Being all feeble when you got fronted, when a man fronted you about talking to his kid, you got all feeble and you back down and all of that. And he went on a podcast and made fun of you. He went on a podcast about 2 days later and clowned you about it. About how he punked you out he just punked you out just because he knew you weren't gonna do nothing. And some people say that was unfair, man. Some people say that was unfair. Some people. And I don't agree with that. I don't know. I'm gonna say this again. I don't agree with it, but he did it. But he did it, man. And you up here talking about some NABJ thumbs down award, disrespectful to you. LeBron punked you out. Yeah, Stephen, the black community, they not feeling you, brother. They not feeling you at all, brother. White community, they feeling you, though. They going to put you in the Hall of Fame. Sean Hannity like you. But black people, they don't like you, bro. I don't care how many pink suits you wear. I don't care how much you try to be cool. It ain't working, man. Yeah, they not feeling Stephen A. the way he wants them to feel him. I don't know why, you know. He done lost the connection to the streets. That's why he trying to get Cameron Dipset down there on his podcast. And it's cringe to watch that. Because Cameron is exactly the type of dude Stephen A. don't want in his neighborhood. Exactly the type. Yet he'll do a podcast because he's trying to pander to the black community. He's trying to pander. But if he saw Cameron walking down his community, he'd be the first one on the phone. He go hop on his golf cart, and follow Cameron. He's right here, black man, about, yeah. Excuse me, can I get your ID? And they called him out, brother, and he mad. Yep, his paymasters like him. You're right. His paymasters like him a lot. He makes a lot of money for the network. But I think that's dying off. I think that as the Fox News people start to realize this guy, the black community pretty much has rejected this guy. For the most part, he's been rejected by the black community. I don't think he's gonna see the end of that contract. I don't. I don't. I don't think he'll see the end of that contract. To the upper crust, they don't know what the streets are. They don't know what the black community is. But they're seeing it. They just saw an organization call Stephen A. out on the carpet. They just called him out. They called him out. They called him out, brother. And we're gonna see how that plays out, man, when it's all said and done. They'll bring him in to talk about a LeBron, black man, married, family. They'll come in and hide their racism. They'll bring him in and hide behind him. And he has no problem doing it. And he has to know he has to choose a side, man. He don't want to do it, but Steven, you got to choose a side, man. Don't work the way you're trying to get it to work. You got to choose a side, man. What side you going to be in? You're going to be in that Sambo, tap shoe, conservative, submit to the white zaddy crowd. What you going to do, brother? You going to submit to white zaddy? And a lot of these Negroes, that's really what that is. I see what they do, man. And shout out to Divested Zealot. She brought that up. Divested Zealot, she was talking about black men. She said a lot of these Negroes, they submit to conservatism because they really want to sleep with these white men. And I said, what? And at first, when she first said it, threw me off. But the way they Sambo, and look at Stephen A. You have to wonder, maybe there's some truth to that. You see them, they go down there on Fox News. They go down on Fox News, submit it. They go down there and they submit, brother. And they don't like black people who are proud. They don't like strong black people. They don't like that. Kendall says, I can trace my lineage back to the slave ships. There you go. There you go, brother. You can trace your lineage back. Okay, tracing your lineage back, that doesn't change the way black people have been treated in the country, brother. And just because you can trace your lineage back, that don't mean the white man respects you. And you don't get that part, do you? You're not dealing with strength when you say that, brother. And the white man can erase your black ass anytime he wants to. You niggas just leave that part out. You just leave that out, don't you? You leave that, he left that part out. He enslaved your black ass. You run around here talking about you can trace your lineage back. We know you black, bro. I know you black. I know a lot of people are black. That's what we talking about? We already know that. And when you start talking about reparations, where the money at? Where the money at? Where the money at? Where the money at, though? Where the money at, though? What we gonna do to get the money, though? Where the money at? Where the money at? What is just all we doing is talking about our lineage? What about the money, though? Where the bread at? There you go. My money, my money. My money, you get to pay me my money. You damn right, my money, pay me my money. I want my and I want it now too. That's the whole reparations debate. I want it now. I don't want it when I'm 80. I don't want it when I'm eating oatmeal and applesauce. What I'm gonna do with it then? I want it now. I want my money now. I want my reparations now. Where the money at? He said, I'm not paying nobody reparation. I don't even think that's the conversation, bro. That man said his lineage. He's still trying to prove that he a black man in America. Let me tell you something. The white supremacist, bro, he must laugh. I'm being for real. He laughs at the Negro, bro. The Negro, bro. You want to talk about chasing your tail? That's literally a dog chasing his tail. A black man running around. I'm black. We know you black. Well, I know I'm black. Okay, we establish you black. Well, I'm just black. I'm gonna spend another 5 years. I'm black. Where were reparations part at? How you gonna get you some reparations though? I want my money. Nobody's talking about that, is it? Bro, we so mad. You know what? And then you talking about Stephen A. Stephen A. To some degree can laugh at the Negro because of the way they see the world. They just so twisted and confused. They twisted, bro. And he got them twisted. He got them twisted. And they scared, bro. They scared. They cowardly. Hit the Cash App and the Super Chat, man. Support the platform. Subscribe to the channel. Stephen A. Smith, he's whining. He went on Sean Hannity. He cried him a river. Talked about black people, they doing him wrong. How black people need to be impressed by him. He walk around in the little club suits. He walk around in his little suit, the little Burlington $35 off the rack suits. And he cool. And black people don't like him. He don't like that part. So he goes to Sean Hannity. He doesn't go to Farrakhan. He goes to Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity to talk about the black community. As if Sean Hannity gives a damn. As if he gives a damn about them. That man don't care about no black community, man. Sean Hannity, are you serious, man? Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama, them women gonna get them, bro. Beta male. Beta male. What a lot of people saying when they say beta male. And we know about Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. And we're not going to play it. They went in on him hard. A lot of people go in on Stephen A. They go in hard on him, bro. But they really going off of that LeBron punked him. He let LeBron punk him. Let me tell you something. I mean this, man, in the bottom of my heart. Listen, don't let nobody punk you, man. Now, how do you avoid that platinum? Well, you really can't avoid it, but this is the thing you need to do. You need to know where you're going. I'm serious. You need to know where you're going. And when you say you're going to be around people who got the potential to try that, you got to know that, as just like in the streets, man, you got to know, you got to have your ears up at all times, man. And he let LeBron step to him. And he cowered. And he's still paying for that. And I think that's why that NBJA gave him this thumb down award. They saw him get punked. They saw him get punked out by LeBron James. They saw him get punked out. Now they finna take a shot at him. Now they finna take a shot at this brother. And on that one, I can't co-sign that because that's a bit bullyish because they looking at him as a coward. But the way he's responding, man, running to Sean Hannity, a Fox News, to complain about black people, I don't know about that one, bro. I'm confused about why he even doing that. What's up with you, Garris?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Go ahead, brother.
So what? Stephen A. Smith doing his.
I can barely hear you.
You can't hear me? Hello?
I can barely hear you.
Hold on 1 second. How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Getting better now?
Before you did that, whatever you did.
Yeah, I had my headset in.
Okay, I got you now. I got you. Yeah. I got you. Go ahead,
I guess
bro.
thought it would. But yeah, I would say Stephen A. doing this raccoon impression, like he always does, it's par for the course for what Stephen A. is, man. He's just somebody who's just always out for attention. So the idea that people are starting to if you're going to be this guy who's going to be like super reactionary, just say the worst and the most obscene things ever, then people, I mean, you kind of you made your bed. You're gonna have to lie in it. Like people just don't respect people like you because of the simple fact that you only say things that are fake. The only thing that are meant to like drive controversy or to get clicks. I mean, granted, that's what Stephen A wants, but at a certain point, like if you try to do the whole, well, people misconstrue me, like it's kind of par for the course when it comes to you. Like you do this because you want the attention. So when the attention gets too much and the light gets too bright, you kind of want to just sit back and be like, oh, well, that's not really what I meant. Well, you have a habit of saying obscene things for content. So a lot of people are going to misconstrue you when you do that.
Well, do you think that ESPN's going to fire him?
No,
Because they're going to realize that he's not liked in the black community. He's really not liked in the black community.
he doesn't need to be liked. He only needs to be heard.
Oh,
And
well,
if he's
the
heard,
reason they hired him for the black, they hired him for black people.
no, they hired him
No,
because
they
he's
hired
obscene.
him. They hired Stephen A. for the entertainment of whites, but because he has some type of connection to the black community, which they're witnessing he doesn't. They don't know, but they're starting to see he does not
They
have a
kept him
connection to the
because
black community. He has no connection to the black community, brother.
It's not what it is.
And they're going to get rid of him. I think we're going to see him get fired.
If
Maybe
Stephen
during.
If Stephen A. was Asian, Peruvian, if he was from Timbuktu, it wouldn't have mattered. If he's popular, they're keeping him.
But he's losing his popularity because he got punked out by LeBron.
Okay.
That killed probably half his followers right there.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
It probably made him more popular.
With who?
With everybody.
No, not with black people?
Yeah.
No, I don't work with black people.
Especially black people. That got him so much content. That's exactly what happened.
No, it didn't. When LeBron punked him out, I know a lot of people, when LeBron punked him out, they gave up on him. They used to listen to him. They said he said they couldn't support a man who's afraid of a fight. They said, I can't support this guy. He's afraid of a fight. He's a coward. Like the stream, brother.
This is what made him popular, Platt, though.
He's down there on Sean Hannity. How come he ain't with the brothers? How come he don't go on these black podcasts with brothers on there? Why don't he go down there? You got Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes. You got Gil Arenas. You got the brothers down. How come he don't go on the black podcast down there? He running around Sean Hannity.
Yeah, my bad. I had to do something. But yeah, like I was saying that, yeah, like that made him more popular. That didn't really like hurt his. That didn't really hurt his standing of like how popular he was. You could argue it hurt his credibility, but most people didn't think he was all that credible anyway. If anything, it just gave him more attention. Like that's the hard part about responding to trolls or to people who have really bad credibility. It just gives them more, what's the word? It gives them more attention, which is exactly what you don't want because this is exactly what they want. So
no, what I'm saying is in the black community, right? Basketball, sports, or whatever, barbershops, that's fine. You can say whatever you want to say, but getting punked out is unacceptable. He got punked out. No, he got punked out. You know what, bro? He got punked out.
Okay.
Hey, Gareth, I don't even know how much. You might not even be familiar with the ways of the black community. I don't know. I don't know if you are or you aren't.
It's not. But my thing is like it's not really doing much for what Stephen A. Smith wants. He doesn't want to be wanted by the black community. I don't think he cares. Like
yes, he does.
He wants to be known and he wants to be trending. That's all it is.
Yes, he does care. What?
I doubt it. What
Brother,
is your
hold
evidence?
on. What you're talking about, brother, that has nothing to do. They're gonna do that anyhow. He's got a million subs. He's gonna be trending. He's gonna be able to get out viral clips. That's not even something he's concerned. He got over $100 million contract. That's irrelevant. That's going to happen. I'm not saying he don't want that, but that ain't why he's doing what he's doing. He's doing what he's doing because that's the way he sees the world. He got punked out, brother. Why will you please? What you're a black man, and I'm telling you, another man punked another man out. You keep trying to act like that shit don't matter. That shit means everything. You can't get punked out of here, brother.
The example I used didn't matter. I don't know why you're on this weird thing where you assume that just because somebody is popular that they don't constantly need to put themselves in.
He got punked out, brother. How can you co-sign that as a black man?
Who said I was co-signing it?
He's gonna pay for that. He's paying for that now.
Okay. Who said I was?
That's why they gave him the thumbs down award. He got punked out.
Okay, it's exactly what he wants.
He want to get punked. Okay, well, he should go to more games then. He can get that.
He's more than happy to get punked out if he's getting getting popularity from it. If it's trending.
What's up with you, Jay?
Yo, what's up, Platinum?
What's up? You got something to add?
Yeah, why you hating on Stephen A. Smith? What does Stephen A. do, man?
No,
I mean, you have to I just feel like people just hating on him because he try to hold the community accountable. Like he hasn't said anything remotely bad. Like I just don't understand.
Man,
hold up. Just hold up for a minute, sir. We're gonna get to you. Jay, Stephen A. got the thumbs down award from the NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists.
No, I saw it.
They stood on stage in front of all the other people in that room and said Stephen A. Smith is a detriment to the black community, brother. And you come on a panel, a podcast, and you sitting up here making excuses for him.
I'm not making it. How am I making excuses?
You should be ashamed of yourself, brother.
It's just, man.
Stephen A. Smith hasn't done anything wrong. Are we going to take away all the work he's done for black people all over the years? Are we taking that away from him? Him being on ESPN, him getting black people hired like Ryan Clark and so many others.
They got fired.
No, I said he got him hired at ESPN. I know he got fired. I said he got Ryan Clark hired.
You going on Sean? Okay, Jay, you say a black man should go on Sean Hannity looking for support from the black community?
Who is Sean Hannity? Who is that?
There you go. Well, at least you got that part right.
I don't know what that is.
Good, you got that part right. You don't need to know who that is. You don't need to know Sean Hannity.
All in all, I didn't think Stephen A. Smith supporters still existed in this day and age, but apparently they do. It's still surprising to me because the guy has always been a clown, and I don't really use the raccoon statement that much, but he is kind of a raccoon, and on top of that, he's just a leech. So, I mean, the idea that somebody's hating on him, I find pretty funny. Like that's literally.
But I'm still trying to figure out how is he a raccoon though? Like where's that coming in?
Because of the simple fact that he's willing to use black social issues as a problem when it benefits him.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the whole I'm gonna call out other black people for not representing black people when I literally spend my entire career let's just say for the proper term, crapping on black people, especially other athletes that I just really biased towards. So yeah,
Stephen A. Smith hasn't profited off of anybody. He worked his ass off. He worked hard.
He has profited off other people. That's literally his job, is to literally talk bad about other athletes.
He's a fucking analyst. What do you expect? That's what he's supposed to do. Ryan Clark does the same thing. I mean, who else do the same thing? Chris Brozar does the same thing. They're analysts.
Okay, so the idea that you just all of a sudden just simplified sports analysts into talking bad about athletes is kind of benign to me. That's not how it works. That's what it's turned into because of people like Stephen A. Smith. But that's not really what sports analysts, at least the ones you want to listen to that aren't biased, are supposed to do. The ones that you want
Shannon
to
Sharp talk bad about Kyrie all the time, man. Ain't nobody say
listen, of course
anything.
he does. But at least when it comes to, let's put it this way. So the idea that you're going to name other people and be like, there's other people that's been biased, so therefore Stephen A should be biased, that's still a really dumb argument, in my opinion. There's always going to be somebody that you disagree with or going to have some bad takes. We just know Stephen A. Smith, 9 times out of 10 times horrible takes. So the rare time he does give a decent take, it's usually something that everybody's already thinking. So it's like, yeah, he has
Yeah,
more occasions of
but
being.
the whole Kyrie Irving thing, he was wrong to say that. What he said about how he needs to retire. Also, he got really, he pounded the drum against Kyrie. When Kyrie was having to deal with all of the racism and attacks, Stephen A pounded the drum against that brother.
Yeah.
And now we turn around. No. Now we turn around and we see that Stephen A was wrong. And Jay, you making excuses for this man. This man is wrong.
No, because I just feel like people wasn't hating on them. If I'm being honest,
No.
people really didn't start hating on Stephen A till LeBron confronted them. Now everybody want to jump on the Stephen A
Well, that's
hate
what
train.
no, hold on. That's what happens when you get punked out.
My thing is, it's not that people are just jumping on the hate train. People already hated him. It's just one of them things where they actually get some sort of comeuppance from seeing Stephen A. Smith's mode under LeBron's thumb. Like he's always been a hater of LeBron, and no matter, it's like, okay, this man literally admitted out of his mouth, no matter what LeBron James does in his career, he will never surpass Jordan. I don't think you can get more biased than that. So when people
Wait,
are
hold on,
doing
hold
the
on.
whole,
Stephen A. Smith has not always hated on LeBron because when Stephen A. Smith used to be on First Take with Skip Bayless, because I watched First Take since 2014. He would always defend LeBron against Skip Bayless. Stephen A. Smith would always be in LeBron's little pocket. So I don't want to hear it. He always defended LeBron.
like, so you're not even being accurate. That's not even really what happened. For the most
Yes, it
part,
is. He always defended
it's
LeBron.
not
Like,
what
I swear to
happened, bro.
God.
Like I'm on. Listen,
Are you
I
telling
don't
me? Are you
even
telling me him and Skip agreed on LeBron? No way.
No, not really. Like it's a little bit more complicated than them thinking he's. It's a little bit more complicated than them thinking he's good and bad, right? Well, let's put it this way: they both agree that he's good, but they're under this weird assumption that he will always have to do more than the greats of the past, which is what a lot of biased journalists do. But Stephen A. is the most prominent one at that. Skip
Yeah,
Bayless and Stephen A. don't have to agree that they like LeBron to the
but
same level of like the
but
same
Garrett,
person. Huh?
I'm hats off to LeBron. NASCAR, he's living his best life. Plenty of money. I think he's at 3 billion, maybe more than that now. Hats off to LeBron James. We got nothing but love for LeBron. But on the basketball courts, LeBron is better than him.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. I don't want to get into that
No, it's
debate.
not my
thing is,
opinion. That's just a fact.
I mean,
You know,
yeah, that's
no,
I'm
people
sure
can say what they
but
want. Plus, he's better than them. He's still playing.
yeah,
LeBron,
still
did you see LeBron's? Michael Jordan's, and I could go find exactly when, but he came back for the Wizards. Those last years were terrible for Michael Jordan. They were horrible.
You're only arguing longevity if you're
No,
doing that.
I'm saying that he was horrible. I think Steve Nash. I saw a Sports Center highlight. Man, that man was so windy. You know, Steve Nash was one of them soccer players. They had him on Steve Nash. Michael Jordan was running around trying to defend Steve Nash. And by the fourth quarter, man, that shit looked pathetic. And I said, man, and I didn't know he was.
Don't look Michael Jordan like that. Come on, man.
No, I didn't even know Steve Nash was a soccer player, right? I found that out later. And I'm saying, wait a minute. So I'm looking at a basketball diamond. And I'm looking at a basketball court, my fault, and then I got a soccer field. And look how wide a soccer field. And to play soccer, your endurance got to be way up, man. And that man ran Michael Jordan's ass ragged. It was embarrassing. And you trying to compare LeBron? LeBron's still playing, man. Look, Michael is fine. Michael's a billionaire on his way to 10 billion.
I'll put LeBron James.
We don't need to feel bad for him. We don't need to feel bad for Mike.
I put LeBron at number 5 on my all-time list.
All time what?
Greatest of all time. I got Michael, I got Kareem, Kobe, I got Magic, and then I got LeBron.
You got LeBron at the
Like,
top.
LeBron's number 5. He's number 5.
Who you start out with?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
I got Kareem at number 2. I got Kobe Bryant at number 3. I got Magic Johnson at 4. And then I got LeBron at 5.
Do you watch sports?
Yes, sir. I've been watching basketball since 2013.
When the last time you seen a whole NBA game?
Last season, I watched it a lot with my Cavaliers. I'm a Cavs fan.
Oh, okay, brother. I mean, that's what you think.
I was just saying, when I was in middle school, when Kobe was still like playing, even when LeBron James was in Miami, I never heard kids saying, I want to be like LeBron. I heard kids saying, I want to be like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Because when we shot the basketball in the trash can, we was just like Kobe. He wasn't like no LeBron. He was trying
He's
to be
not,
like
he's,
Steph. He was trying to be like Kobe. He wasn't trying to be like no
but he's
LeBron
not that.
James.
He's not that type of player, though. LeBron is a team player. Kobe was not a team player.
The only thing people try to imitate with LeBron is them slam dunks he did. Other than that, we didn't try to do his moves. We didn't try to emulate his layups. We didn't try to emulate his jump shots. He was always attracted to Kobe.
Good for you, man. And you like Kobe. Good for you. But LeBron's a team player. Kobe was not a team player, brother.
I think he was.
Okay, you think he was, but he wasn't.
Towards the later of his career, I think.
No, he was. And look, rest in peace to Jerry West. But Jerry West admitted he stole Pau Gasol and brought him to the Lakers. And Pau should have never left Memphis. But that's a whole different subject. He traded
Kobe
for him.
did win 2 championships without Shaq. You got to give him that.
Okay, I'll give you that. Look, Stephen A. Smith, he needs to do something about his rep, man. He got punked out by LeBron. Now, the only way he can fix that, he got to go somewhere where LeBron is. Now, he got the media credentials. He's got to go to something. If there's a ESPY Awards, a reunion of some sort, Stephen A's got to make sure he's there and he knows LeBron is going to be there. And he's going to have to front LeBron. You have to, hey, bro, I need to holler at you for a minute. And if LeBron try to walk away, he got to grab his, hey, motherfucker, I'm talking to you.
But I mean, that's kind of
no. If he does that, he'll get his respect back from black people. And that's why the NABJ gave him this thumbs down award, because he got punked.
But see, I kind of like disagree, because I feel like in a public setting, I mean, I don't know if you know hip hop, but 50 Cent kind of did the same thing at the MTV Awards in 2005 when they had beef. He wanted to run up on stage and try to disrupt Fat Joe, but I'm like, y'all can't really do anything because there's security there. Like, George Bush's daughter was in the building, so they can't really get down how they want to get down, pause. But I just feel like so many people said, oh my God, 50 Cent put Joe at the MTV Awards, but it's just like, that's an award show. You can't really get down like that.
Fat Joe was scared, though.
I mean, I did.
No,
Wait,
I
how
saw
was he
that.
scared,
No.
though?
50 was on stage and Fat Joe stayed his ass damn near backstage. Fat Joe was supposed to come out on stage and perform. Fat Joe was damn near.
Wait,
I saw it, bro.
They got escorted. He got escorted out. The police had to escort Fat Joe out because, like I said, there was too many high-profile celebrities there, so they had to escort him out because they can't really do anything
Joe
at the
was
MTV
damn near
Awards.
behind the curtain. I saw that little curtain on stage. Fat Joe damn near did his whole set peeking outside that curtain because
Oh my
50 was there.
God.
No, 50 was there. He was afraid.
No, after that stuff on stage, they got escort. He had to get escorted out. He had to get escorted out.
At the end of the day, bro, Stephen A. Smith, you like him, don't you?
I mean, I'm not. I don't really
Why you like black men like that though? You're a young man.
I just don't.
Why do you like guys like that? I'm serious. You're a young man. This dude's look at him.
I just don't understand.
Look at what the NABJ just did to him. They gave him the thumb down award.
I just didn't understand just why people just don't. It seemed like they haven't started hating Stephen A. I didn't see all this hate for Stephen A. Smith until he started holding black people accountable, and then until when LeBron did what he
No,
did.
you're just extremely misinformed on Stephen A. Smith, dude. That's all it is.
I
There's
just
a
never
viable
see
reason.
big hate on Stephen A. Smith. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's just you're misinformed. You just don't know the whole thing. Stephen A. Smith has been saying dumb stuff for the majority of his career, dude. That's the reason he's as popular as he is right now, because he just says
That's a lie.
controversial,
That's a
stupid
lie.
things. That's most
You
definitely
may
true.
be thinking of Skip Bayless, but not no Stephen A.
Okay,
Smith.
okay. What world-renowned take is Stephen A. known for? What is something that he said that's world-renowned?
Like, this is blasphemous.
Okay.
He's always talked about the New York Knicks. He always talked about Kwame Brown. I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't
Saying
understand
Kwame
just
Brown
where
is
all
a
the
bad-
hate's coming from.
Yeah. Saying Kwame Brown is a bad player, or at least a mediocre player, is not really much of a take, because everybody can see that it's not really much of a take. Everybody can know that. The only thing you could argue that he's popular for is the memes. But other than that, it's not like he's particularly saying good takes. He's just saying things that everybody can see. Kwame
Man, I
Brown
just feel
being a
like
mediocre to bad player is not breaking new ground. Everyone
Yeah, but
knows that.
no.
I just feel like him, like, you can't deny and take away from his legacy at First
Yes,
Take.
I
Stephen A.
can. I most
Smith made
certainly
First
can.
Take.
Okay,
I
but
He
most
made
certainly
First Take.
can. His legacy is built upon him just saying absolutely dumb things that get people talking about it. It's the
Oh my
equivalent of
God.
it's the
hold
equivalent
This
of
dude.
Garris,
This
I
dude is
get,
just, this is ridiculous.
yeah, I follow where you're going, but Garris, you got to understand that's all of them. You're saying him, Sean
yes.
Hannity.
I get this.
Hold up. Sean Hannity gonna say some stuff off the wall. All of them are gonna do it. Megyn Kelly's gonna say something off the wall. They all do that. So that's just a given. So, but no, I see what Jay. Why do you have a problem with black people criticizing black people who basically show some type of disdain for black people?
But how is Stephen A. Smith showing disdain for? It's like I can
How
see
what he says, what he
you
attacks
acting
them.
like he a Jason. You acting like he a Jason Whitlock, and Whitlock. You acting
Yeah,
like he
like this is the equivalent of you
They're
saying
the
something
same.
like
No,
this is
no. To me, Garris, and I know they don't like each other, right? But I
they
think
don't like each
Stephen A.
other.
and Jason Whitlock are the same. I do. I think Jason Whitlock is jealous that Stephen A. got what he wanted. I do. Because when you really listen to them, their commentary is basically the same.
My thing is he's using a weird example. I'm going to use a nerd example. He's the equivalent of using Stephen A. Smith. Let's just say Stephen A. Smith is like Loki. Well, he's not Thanos, so therefore he's not bad. Just because Jason Whitlock is worse doesn't mean Stephen A. Smith is bad.
I just don't. Like I said, I really just don't understand. Just the hate
Okay,
Stephen A. is getting. It doesn't make sense.
I'll do it this way because you seem to you're under this impression that people just start hating on Stephen A. Smith. Let me give you. I mean, because you're familiar with sports, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read you some of his bad takes because you're just seeing like for some reason you're just not familiar with him. Okay, you remember when Ray Rice got arrested for domestic violence, right?
Yeah, I remember.
He was one of the people that got obviously under a lot of controversy because he said women should not do anything to provoke domestic abuse, which is taking all of the blame off all of the men who are domestically abusing their wives. But okay.
Hold on, stop right there. And let me tell you something. He said that. and he ran. Usain Bolt couldn't be. He ran to apologize on that so quick. Them women called him out, bro. He's like, huh?
Yeah, he wasn't as big as he was. He risked losing his job if he doesn't see anything. So okay,
He
fine.
apologized on that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe that's just like a slip of the tongue. You probably like, oh, he made a mistake. Okay, fine. What about you're familiar with Shohei Ohtani, right?
Yeah.
Remember when this guy said he would not be marketable in American baseball because, and I quote, he needs an interpreter and he doesn't speak English. This man said this. This man said this out of his own mouth. Mind you, I didn't even like actually get into Shohei Ohtani's like actual numbers because everybody knows he's the face of baseball. It's no question about it. I don't even have to discuss that. But okay, fine. Let's just move right with that. I just mentioned down here how he said LeBron James, no matter what he does in his career right now, whether he plays for 20 years, whether he plays for 30, whether he plays for 40, he will never surpass Jordan. That's a completely biased take, and that's admitting to you that he's biased. Okay, well maybe you just don't like that. What about how he said Mark Sanchez? You remember Mark Sanchez who played for the Jets?
A little bit, not really.
Okay, well if you don't know, the Jets went to the AFC Championship two times in a row. He said this man was a superstar. Because of the simple fact that he went to the AFC 2 times with the Jets who historically haven't went to the playoffs in what 15 years. Like, again, I don't think you're familiar with the dumb stuff this man says on a daily basis.
And Skip Bayless has said Tim Tebow gets more attention than Kobe. So
we're talking about Stephen A. If you're doing the whole,
they all said some silly stuff.
Okay, hold up.
Everybody has a bad take.
Hold up.
Everybody has a bad take.
You're doing the weird thing to where you're defending other bad people by saying that there's other bad people. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Stephen A. Smith. We know all those other people are dumb. We're talking about Stephen A. Smith right now. We know Skip Bayless is dumb.
It seems like you just don't like analysts at all. You don't like
reporters and analysts. You have no basis for this claim.
No, I got you.
You just don't like analysts.
Exactly. You have no basis for this claim. You're repeating yourself. You can't explain why
you don't like analysts.
Okay, so you don't have a basis. We can move on.
You don't like analysts. Just say you're not. You can't have an intelligent conversation. You don't like reporters.
And he's not.
There we go. You got to hold up, brother. Hold your thoughts. Okay.
I mean, that's all he has to say, Platinum. I mean, come on.
I got it. Hold up. I got it.
But if he doesn't like reporters and analysts, then that's all he had to say.
Hold up. I don't know how he feels about. Hold up. He don't like reporters and analysts. Okay. Why do you have a problem with the NA?
Hello.
Yeah. Why do you have a problem with the National Association of Black Journalists? Well, I don't know. You got a phone problem now, brother.
Yeah, that's like that dude is.
You got a phone problem now, Jay. You ain't pay your bill. You ain't pay your Boost Mobile. You bought you some Apple Jacks and Snicker bars.
You can tell he's full of crap because he's assuming that I don't like.
You're full of crap. You're the one that's full of
crap. He heard that. He couldn't hear Platt, but he heard that. This guy's so typical.
No, I can't hear Platinum. I can't hear him.
Why not? You can't hear me? You can't hear me?
Oh no, I gotta come right back. Hold on.
Yeah, he can't hear me. Okay, I wonder why.
He heard that, but he couldn't hear Platinum. That's real ironic.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't think that. I want to know what he thinks about this majority black group that says Stephen A. deserves a thumbs down award for the way he's been treating. Now they specified black women, and on that's on them. You know, I wouldn't have put it out like that. They did. I would never have put it out like that. I mean, that's what they did. So they gave, in my opinion, by putting it out like that, you give Stephen A. out. You give him a way to scuttle out. You give him a hole to run up on.
But Platinum,
hold up. Yeah, hold up. They made it about black women. Now, is the commentary about the way he talks about black folks? Because see, that's where I'm on their side. But when you say black women, that's when I have to. I'm not on Stephen A.'s side, But I do have to become skeptical because I'm like, what do you mean? Black women. He talks about a lot of people. Why are you so concerned with what he says about black women? That's what I'm saying. And they represent all the black journalists, but you're see, that's what I'm saying. That's what people say, wait a minute, this organization is for black journalists or is it for black women? They did that. You got to look at them. They're doing that. That's why you don't do stuff like that. But they did it. They did it. But hold up for a minute, Garris. Why do you think they did that, Mr. J?
I think they did that because they was mad. They was mad that I think he was holding, I think, some black woman accountable, or maybe he said something about black women that, rubbed them the wrong way. I don't know. But I still stand by my opinion that, I mean, of course, Stephen A. Smith may have always had haters out there, but I feel like now most of the haters coming from the black communities because I think he's holding the community accountable on something that I feel like some black people don't like it.
Okay, let me ask you. Let's just start off one by one. What he said about the domestic comments, that wasn't.
I mean, like I said, that was a bad take about the domestic comments. I'm not saying it wasn't, but I feel like everybody has some bad takes, but that still doesn't give us a reason just
Okay,
to.
okay.
That
So
still
you
doesn't give
do
us
think
a.
that was, you do think that was a bad take?
Yeah, that was a bad take. I'm not defending
Okay.
it.
The Shohei Ohtani comment, you think that was a bad take?
No, that wasn't a bad take.
That wasn't a bad take. Interesting. Okay, so what about the LeBron one? That wasn't a bad take?
I'm kind of biased against LeBron, so I can't say that was a bad take.
Okay, fine. The Mark Sanchez take, do you think that was a bad take?
Yeah, that was a bad take. I'll say that one. Maybe.
Okay, what about one where he said Dwayne Haskins is a Russian QB?
Well, I mean, he technically is because I really haven't seen
He
a
was
lot of
not.
Dwayne Haskins.
He
I
was
remember when
not
he
at
played
all.
at Ohio State. He didn't have a lot of
Yeah, he
throwing.
got
Yeah, he was
he
not.
he
That
played
was the
he played
exact opposite of how he played.
he played 2 years in the pros, and I think his second year he played 3 years. I think his third year he passed away. He got run over in Atlanta. He went to Pittsburgh and some I don't know. And I got all types of questions about that one, bro. All
I think
types
he
of
got.
questions.
I think the NFL low key off him, but that's.
Well, I don't think the NFL did it. I think his baby mama did, but that's a whole different can of worms. We're gonna leave it at that.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, because some kind of way he was out exercising, walking up the side of the street, and some kind of way somebody hit him. And that just makes me I'm saying he's still a millionaire. Why would you be walking up a highway with no sidewalk to work out? 'Cause it just don't make sense when you think. But some kind of way he got hit by somebody hit him, and it was a hit and run. They ran off, and there was no cameras there. And prior to that, he had a couple of incidents with his baby mama in Washington when he met, because he played for the Commanders or whatever they were, the Redskins, for 1 year, I think. And he, of course, it was on, I think, Ray Rice. I mean, my fault, Rex Ryan, who was a complete imbecile. And then he got traded to Pittsburgh, and he never made it really on the field. And yeah, he played at Ohio State, and he beat Michigan. They didn't win a championship, but I think Michigan was undefeated. He kept Harbaugh out, even though they were like had lost 2 games. He played his ass off in that game.
Yeah.
Also, Jay, you're familiar with Kawhi Leonard, obviously, right?
Yeah. I know Kawhi Leonard.
Remember when he said that in 20, I think it was like considering re-signing him. You remember in 2019 when he said that Kawhi Leonard should not re-sign with the Toronto Raptors because of the simple fact they're a hockey city first?
I don't remember him saying that.
Well, I remember, and I know for a fact that if you're looking at this in a nutshell, what does this tell you about this man? Are you just saying that this is just a slip of the tongue?
I mean, like I said, everybody has made some bad takes or takes people don't agree with, but that still
Okay, so does
doesn't
he have
give.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just saying, I don't think that still gives the reason for people to just start, hating on them and coming out from outside the woodworks.
If he has takes this bad on a regular basis, what does he have? What type of takes does he have then? Good takes?
He has good takes and he has some bad takes. I mean,
Okay,
everybody agrees and disagrees with his point.
give me one good take that he's had.
About Michael Jordan being better than LeBron. About Jordan being
Okay.
better than LeBron.
Yeah, we hold up, Garris. Hold up. This organization coming out against him. Do you think he needs to change, Jay?
I mean, what does he need to change?
He needs to, like you say, accountability and stuff like that. He needs to leave. He needs to soften his approach when it comes to the black athlete.
No, he's not going to do that.
I know. Hold up, Garris.
But he's been, criticizing black athletes. I didn't see them come after him 5 and 10 years ago, but now all of a sudden, since he sat down with,
hold up. He's dipping into the political arena, and he's trying to be a sports guy. It's like he's got to let one of them go because he's trying to criticize. Unfortunately, the NABJ made it about black women. They did that. He's criticizing black women, and they are collectively saying, who is this guy and why won't he leave us alone? And they gave him the thumbs down approach. And the president of the NABJ is a black woman. So you can't have it both ways. I get it. He's a sports analyst, but he does try to talk politics. We just saw him on Fox News. If you go on Fox News, if you're just sitting around going on Fox News, black people are going to question where you stand in the black community. Do you care about us or don't you?
I've seen plenty of people go on Fox News and have an interview.
Okay, you see a reoccurring guest on Fox News that's respected in the black community.
But Stephen A. Smith is not a reoccurring guest on Fox News.
Yes, he is.
What?
How many times has he been on there this year, Stephen A?
I've only seen him on there 1 or 2 times. I haven't seen him
he's been on there
all
about
the time.
5 times this year. Brandon Tatum, all the guys you like.
Okay, I've seen him talk to Brandon Tatum. Yeah,
they stay on Fox News, the guys you like.
But he interviews Brandon Tatum on his show, on his YouTube show, on the Stephen A. Smith podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, and he let Brandon Tatum interrupt that brother. They had a thing about Nolan Wells, and he sat back on purpose and let Brandon Tatum interrupt that brother constantly.
I didn't really hear Stephen A. Smith speak on Nolan Wells like that. I don't think he really, that's kind of out of his arena.
He had a debate, and they went back and forth. And he let Brian Tatum act a fool on that. That what you mean? So that's a good black man. If you let another black man that's a conservative just go in on a black quote unquote liberal, you're a good black man.
Well, like I said, I don't think Stephen A. Smith was experienced in the Nolan Wells thing. He didn't really know what was going on. He just
why not? Hold on, and we're gonna go to you, Garris. We're finna go to you right now. The man makes what, 150 million a year. He don't know about. Why is he talking about something he don't know about?
No, I didn't say he don't know about it. I said he doesn't know that much about it.
Well, why talk about it?
Because it generates clicks.
He's trying to find out. He's trying to find out.
Man, this is like convincing somebody to like stay off drugs after you literally see them with a needle in their hand. Like, it's like you can show this man like definitive proof, but he just won't see it, right? If we just went down the line that this man has,
he's a conservative. He's a hardcore. He's a rock solid conservative, Garris. That's all.
My thing is, like, let's put it this way. We just went down the list, right? I asked him what good takes does he have. He said a LeBron take, but he just admitted that he was biased with LeBron, so he's just going to side with LeBron anyway. So it's not even really a good take for everybody. That's just a good take for.
Now with him, Garris, you're talking like you're a little bit more. You're getting a little bit more specific, but with him, he's a conservative. So he's very, very protective of black conservatives. And he feels, no, hold up. He feels that Stephen A is under attack because he's a black conservative. But Stephen A says he's not a black conservative. He says he's an independent.
Well, I never said Stephen A. Smith was a conservative. I just said it seemed like people was coming at him because he was holding the black community accountable.
That's his favorite thing to say. It seems like there's no basis for his statements. It seems like he's giving
he's making statements.
He's giving you every reason in the book.
He's calling out. No, he is calling. He is trying to hold the black community accountable. He's trying.
Yes, but he's the worst person to do that since he doesn't hold accountability for himself. He's the worst person to do that. It's literally the pot calling a kettle a pot.
Okay, so let me explain to you my point. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm the most far right person, but I would say I am moderate to what's the word? Moderate. I'm moderate right. I'm moderate right leaning, right? I'm not too far to the right because I'm not gonna lie, there is some white nationalists far to the right that I do not agree with. And I do debate them on TikTok. I don't really be on YouTube that much. There don't be too much going on. But I do feel like a lot of black people do need to live more conservatively because I do feel like that kind of benefits our needs. Not necessarily voting Republican, but really, if I'm being honest, a lot of black people are conservatives in their lifestyle.
You sound like a Democrat.
A lot of them don't vote.
Jay, you sound like a Democrat to me.
How do I sound like a Democrat?
Most Democrats believe in conservatism in the sense, like you said, the way you live your life. They go to church. They're very traditional. They love their country. They're upset that the country does not return the favor.
I don't know. I don't see. Wait a
minute. Most black people are not extreme. When you say the liberal side, most black people are not extreme liberals. And now they sort of force the politicians to be that way because there's a goddamn Democratic Party. So if I'm running for office and I'm a Democrat, the Democrats have a belief. They say, hey, Platinum. I said, what? You running as a Democrat? Yeah. Well, we don't know what a woman is. I said, wait a minute. I know what a woman is. Well, no, wait, are you running as a Democrat? Yeah. Well, then we don't know. Are you running as an independent? Yeah, well, then we ain't going to support you. But then, you running on. That's what I'm saying. Most black people are not out there with the Democratic Party.
I mean, so maybe
you're right. But wait a minute. You don't support white nationals on the conservative side. Well, then you ain't a conservative because that's what they're about. And you don't know.
No, that's not true.
Yes, they are. That's what they're about.
Charlie Kirk, wait. Charlie Kirk, before he got unalive, I seen the clip on him on YouTube. He was actually calling out a white nationalist on stage saying, you're not part of the conservative movement. I literally seen him. I swear to God, I seen him calling out white nationalists.
That wouldn't disprove that he's a white conservative.
No, he's a conservative. I just said he's not a white nationalist. There's a difference between white nationalism and conservatism.
I mean, I would argue that the only reason why you would say that is because he defended him. But realistically, grifters don't. They're never going to go the full extreme because that ruins their credibility. They can't say the quiet part out loud because then they would lose a lot of their credibility. Like their credibility stems on the fact that, oh, they're using pattern recognition. Oh, they're looking at patterns and they're just saying.
Yes. See, you keep going down these. Well, here we go. Yes, Charlie Kirk took TPUSA from 2014 from zero to what 40 million dollars. No, more $100+ million. He's not a grifter. Now, when you say wait a minute, when you say a racist, and people can disagree with this, I agree with you on that. He sold racism. He configured it with all of these. Go to the
no, he didn't serve racism.
Yes, Charlie Kirk.
Nick Fuentes. No, Nick Fuentes. No. Nick Fuentes serves racism.
Now we're talking about Nick Fuentes. I didn't know we was talking about Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is not I haven't heard him declare he don't like Trump, but he's a white nationalist, right? And
Charlie Kirk. You do realize Nick Fuentes did not like Charlie Kirk, right? They did not like each other.
That
On
doesn't
that,
mean
I don't
anything.
know.
That means absolutely
At the
nothing.
time,
Just
but
be
no, at the time, I'm not sure. You sure at the time? Before his
Yes,
death?
yes,
You
yes.
sure?
Charlie Kirk. Yes, they did not like each other. They were not friends. They did not like each other.
I don't know about that. I question that because I
the
think
man
they loved
literally said
5 years ago. 5 years ago, the Republican Party loved Nick Fuentes. So I disagree with that. I mean, I'd have to see that. I'm not talking about now. Nick Fuentes and the shit he was saying, the Candace
I mean
Owens.
the Trumps, right? I do get people criticize the Trumps, but what's her name? I think one of Trump's daughters, she did call out Nick, saying it's unfortunate that he has been associated with the conservative movement. So we have to
my
give them
thing is
credit.
my thing is
Ivanka
people
Trump.
use very simple logic to battle this, right? The idea that he didn't support, I mean, he has supported Nick Fuentes in the past, but the idea that he didn't co-sign him is proof that he's not racist is very flawed because you would notice that a lot of those right-wing conservative like racist people hang out in the same spaces, but immediately once they got enough followers, they immediately turn on each other. Like Ben Shapiro, the Candace Owens, and Nick Fuentes, they used to be like on the same page. Almost all
Garrett,
of them is turned against each
see,
other.
this is
You want to
what
know
we do.
why that happened?
Hold on.
I never
No,
heard Candace.
Garrett, here we go. We keep Garrett. That's not why Garrett, you got to take, all of them are rich.
Okay.
So forget the money. Stop thinking about money when you talk about them. They
That's
really don't
usually
have,
what drives this conversation.
they do not have to live based on money. They don't have to look at financial outcomes. They don't. Ben Shapiro's rich. Okay, if he stopped podcasting today, he would die a rich man. Him and Candace fell out for other reasons. It was the Charlie Kirk thing too. And he don't like what he was. She don't agree with him. She don't agree with his philosophy with Israel. That's why they fell out. It wasn't about money. You can't look at them and think that it's just money. Nick Fuentes don't like Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro because of white nationalism. Ben Shapiro is not a white nationalist. Now, I'm not even gonna get in there because I didn't want to get on him because now we on YouTube. I had to be on a different to get on Ben Shapiro and Matt. And you too, Matt. You too, Matt. You too, Matt. And no. And Matt, you the same. And you, Matt, and I actually used to like Matt Walsh. I didn't like Ben Shapiro. I used to like you, Matt. But lately, I don't know where that. No, lately, bro, the stuff he's been saying, I don't know where that stuff's come from.
He's always been saying stupid
what he been saying lately?
No, he hadn't. No, he hadn't. Matt Walsh has not been no extremist like that.
Yes, he has. What I doubt you've been watching him, dude. I really doubt you've been watching him.
4 or 5 years ago, Matt Walsh was just a conservative white dude. That's all he was.
He was not. He was always saying dumb stuff that way. Well, like 4 or 5 years ago, you could argue that maybe he was new on the scene.
I mean, you could be conservative without being a white nationalist, though.
Yeah, you could argue that he was.
What he was. Hold up, and that's what he was. He's a conservative white dude. I did not see him as some extremist.
A racist white dude. I mean, but
I didn't see that. No. You're right. People had said that. I didn't see it. I knew he was a white dude, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Now, hold up. Now, yeah. But no, before then, no, I didn't see it. Maybe he was, but he certainly wasn't making his content like that. He wasn't. He was just Matt Walsh was a little conservative white dude. That's all. I had no problem with that. He was a conservative white dude. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's all it is. You just didn't see it. He was a racist. Just like all of them people are cut from the same cloth. They would say the most obscene things possible to get their clicks, and then once they got big enough, they turned on each other because they said, "Why should I have to share a piece of pie when I can have all of it?" It's the same thing all these other big corporations do. The reality of it is that almost all of these super social people that are like super conservatives on the internet, they almost all got their fame the same way, saying obscene and racist comments to people because they were under the impression.
They do that. Well, we just disagree.
People were under the impression that they were.
Matt Walsh
people were under the impression that they were.
Matt Walsh made a special video called "What Is a Woman," and I watched that. I think I saw it on Rumble. Let me tell you something. A little away. If you don't want to buy this stuff, like all these people make these docs and stuff, and they say, "Hey, send us $5. We'll send you." Somebody always buys it and puts it on Rumble. I'm serious. What I do when I find out that if Candace Owens or Matt Walsh or Ben Shapiro or any of these conservatives, they have a special, some hour and a half special, what I do is find out what the name is, and I go to Rumble, put it in, and normally somebody's posted it up on Rumble. I don't know the
There's a reason
podcast.
for that. It's because the community guidelines are more lax, so they can say more racist and obscene things.
And they can put up the copyright stuff a little bit more. So I go over there and Matt Walsh, "What Is a Woman?" is right there on Rumble. It's for sale on YouTube, but on Rumble it's free to whoever to watch it. And I watched it and I said, I feel this brother. And it's a good doc. I said, I'm feeling Matt. I'm feeling Matt. Now you said racist. I didn't get that from him for a long time. I just didn't get that. I actually liked him. Agree with a lot of stuff he said. Now, lately, since Candace has left, and lately, yes, no question. No question about it. I don't know. I mean, like you said, they done pulled the restrictions off. Yeah, lately, I don't know what's been going on with Matt. He been saying some, because I don't listen to Ben, because I know what Ben is. But Matt, I listen to Matt from time to time, but lately, you're right. Matt has been on some other shit. He been on some other shit compared to what he was prior to. What's the guy, Mike, is it Mike Dice? Mike?
I don't think I heard of him. But
somebody like that. He's a racist. There are people on YouTube and on Twitter, they don't even pretend to not be that. And Nick says that. Nick's not like that. But for some reason, Nick has, the thing about Nick Fuentes, he has a lot of black people who like him. I don't know how he feels about that, but he does. But he is a white nationalist.
I'm not a fan. I ain't a fan of
Nick Fuentes is a white nationalist, though.
He's a white supremacist. He's a proud white supremacist.
Well, I don't know about supremacist, but he's a white nationalist.
It literally says, I think on his Twitter page that he's a white supremacist, like his actual Twitter page.
No, it says he's a white nationalist, not a white supremacist.
Yeah, he's a white
nationalist.
Are you sure?
Like I can double check.
Mark Dice, thank you, Mark Dice. Yeah, now if you guys want to see what a racist is, go to Mark Dice's page, and then from there you'll have a standard to see the difference between the others and him. And see, that's what I'm saying. I look at Mark Dice like that. When I say Matt and
it seemed like black people supported what's his name, Jake Lane, because they put their hand on him in the church when he went to that church in Dearborn, Michigan.
Did it help him?
It should not be it shouldn't be this weird discussion to where the only people that you should call racist are the people that are just upfront with it. There are a lot of people that are just sly and underhanded with it, like the people I just named, like the Matt Walshes, the Ben Shapiros, the Candace Owens, and stuff like that. They are almost exclusively that. They're not even hiding it that well. It's just that, of course, I guess they are hiding it that well because a lot of people we're in a discussion of whether or not they're actually racist or not, when it's pretty clear that they are. Either if you don't want to say that, they're willing to give off the impression that they are to get more money.
But Candace Owens disagreed with Nick Fuentes, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she's popular enough. She used to support him.
No,
I don't.
Yes. I think you found it. I think you there in your search, but you got to take the money out because that distracts you.
It does not distract me. Why? I don't.
Candace got money. You keep making it about money.
Jay, let me ask you a question. Jay, if I gave you $1 million,
Garris.
If I gave you,
they already have money. But they
got money. Yeah, well, you don't understand. You got to get out of the money. When you got millions and millions, your pursuit ain't about money. So when they start talking, they're talking from their heart and the way they believe. Candace got away from Ben because she said she was the star of the show. And she said, okay, you don't need me. Okay, well, let's find out. And she left. And look at his look at Ben Shapiro, whatever the Daily Wire has been suffering ever since. You know what this black lady showed him? You don't know who you fucking with. That's what she showed him. She's married. She's got millions of dollars. Her husband's rich. She didn't do that for money. She did that out of pride. And then you turn around. You turn, and then she's saying, okay. And then, yeah, she's with Kanye. You know, she has a perspective about Jews, you know, many people disagree with, but she believes in what she believes in. That's what you guys don't understand. He's up here talking about some fucking clicks and views. That woman don't care about no clicks and views. She's constantly doing stuff to get her drug into court. One controversy after the next, conspiracy after the next. And I'm feeling her, and black people need to understand, I don't like Candace Owens, okay? But I do appreciate and respect her freedom. I do. That's a free woman. That woman don't care about that. That woman showed Ben Shapiro. She said, Ben, you need me way more than I need you. Ben looked at her and said, no, I don't. She said, okay, I'm out of here, Ben. Do your thing. And look at Ben now. The Daily Wire has been suffering since Candace Owens left.
Okay, good for them. My thing is, Jay,
bad for them. Bad for them.
I'm saying good for them as far as I'm speaking in general.
That's bad for Ben, and that's good for Candace. And that's also all the people. Think about your value, man. Stop lowering your value. You don't have to lower your value. You do not have to lower your value. Ben Shapiro, she don't need him. And hold on, Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly, you want to talk about fear? And I should do a podcast. Megyn Kelly know better than to fuck with Candace Owens. That white woman shaking in her fucking boots. And I think I'm going to do a stream. I'm going to call it Megan Shook. Megyn Kelly. I'm going to call it Megan Shook. She don't fuck with Candace. She know better. She know better. She not as good as Candace. You guys, we talking about this conservative media and stuff. Yeah, that's a black lady, but you know what? She better than Megan. She better than all the Ben and his Jewish stuff. She better than that. Candace dominates them. I don't agree with Candace at all. But in 10 years ago, 10 years ago, Candace Owens was running around YouTube. Nobody knew who she was. Now looking at this woman, she's sitting at the top of the tip of the spear. And I ain't got no problem with her. You would think, okay, Platinum, you don't like. I don't like what she say, but I see what she doing, and I salute her for that. She dominates them motherfuckers. She dominates conservatives. And they know better. They better bow down and kiss her ring. Including Nick. Nick know better.
She called out. Yeah, she called out Nick on his own show, I think. I know they had an interview.
Now go ahead, Garris. Go ahead.
No, you right, Platt, because you don't like what I got to say. You got to keep putting me backstage. So
I'm trying to help you, brother, but go ahead.
I don't think you are, Platt. If I ever start,
are you going to say what you got to say? Or you going to argue with me?
Why do you keep ignoring me now? Just put me backstage then. Goddamn.
Okay, there we go. Done. Your wish is my command. There you go. You like Candace, don't you, Jay?
Yeah, I like Candace Owens. I think she's cool.
You follow her? You keep up with her?
Not as much as I used to, but I still do. I be watching just like Brandon Tatum a lot.
You respect the way she be making them bow down. Like you think this just a little old skinny black woman, and she be breaking them off. Or she go over there and she start talking. She be having 100,000, 150,000 live listeners. Megyn Kelly be having like 3,000 live listeners, and Candace is a black woman, and Candace go live. She be having 300,000, and Megan's entire audience is Candace audience. So Megan's is like, I better not say nothing about Candace. because I lose my goddamn audience. Now that's a white woman. That's a black woman. You see the game? So we got to salute Candace. She got that shit. Candace said, y'all can't get me with that black shit. And look, I ain't with this. I don't support it. You know, she's a divester. Candace said, not only do I got y'all conservatives in my hand, I got me a white man. Damn, Candace ain't playing, bro. Y'all got to salute that, bro. Black woman came in and dominated this shit. And look at Stephen A's weak ass. Down there.
Come on, Platinum.
No, he down there kissing Sean Hannity's ring. That's what we doing?
Come on.
You like Sean? You don't know. You say you don't watch Fox News?
No, I think that's all controlled by the J people.
We got to do in the chat that Candace can get it. Why y'all be looking at her like that? That's disrespect. Let me tell you guys, don't do her like that. That's a married woman. Don't sexualize her, man. Don't do that to her. I don't even think she's that smart, though. I don't think she's that smart. I just think conservatives are that stupid. And that's the spaces she's in, conservative spaces. There are a lot of knuckle dragging conservatives. You got Ben Shapiro, you got Matt Walsh, you got Sean. These are knuckle draggers. Sean Hannity, Megyn Kelly, she drags her knuckles. Jason Whitlock, he drags his knuckles. These are not smart people, man.
I feel like Candace stood up more than Nick Fuentes than Jason Whitlock did.
Yeah, she has. She has.
And I was kind of disappointed that Jason Whitlock kind of let Nick do him like that. I was like, I know he responded, but I kind of wish he would have went a little bit more, you know. It's kind of like with 50 Cent with Game. Like, I wish 50 Cent would have made a little bit more disses. I kind of wish he would have went in a little bit more.
Well,
than expect.
Nick, they're going to try to blackball Nick, but it's not going to work.
You think they trying to blackball Nick?
They're going to try to blackball Nick in conservative spaces, but it's not going to work because they don't know their audience. Their audience are extreme. They think their audience are moderates. Fox News, Jason Whitlock, they think they got a bunch of moderates. They have extremists. And Nick is an extremist. So when they go moderate, because they start attacking him, saying, and Nick Fuentes guy is a white nationalist, and the hell with him. And they're going to find out that he got more power than they think. And what you don't want is Candace and him to get together. It's over. MAGA, Conservative Party, is the day him and Candace, and right now they do not like each other, but you never know. If they combined, I want to see Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens run for president, vice president, whichever one. I think they win. They take that MAGA. MAGA would be over. They take that. They absorb that MAGA audience. And
Candace, that'd be interesting.
Candace would get a lot of black women, a lot. And it's America first. They would win, brother. They would shut this shit down. Candace.
No, I want to see Brandon. I want to see Brandon Tatum and Candace.
And no, not him. He's a coon.
Oh, man, come on.
No, that ain't gonna work.
Come on, Platinum.
No, not Brandon Tatum. You got to have Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, and then you got Kanye West stirring up. You look, Kanye West be your troublemaker. And everybody who goes against y'all, Kanye, with his platform and his reputation, going in on them. So if the Breakfast Club go against them, here come Kanye. Kanye pour gasoline on the Breakfast Club. Anybody that goes against that group, Kanye be your enforcer. They would win, man. I'm telling you, man. They would win. They would win 50 states. 50 states. 50 states, and they need to think about it. But right now they don't like each other. So, And he accused Candace of having a crush. Nick. He accused Candace of having a crush on him. But
That's crazy. That was crazy.
did you see that? That was funny. You
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what
that was crazy.
you might be right, Nick. You never know. Like you say, you never know about this.
Does Nick
But they,
Fuentes even like? Do Nick Fuentes even like women? I heard he
man,
was like.
I think so.
I heard
I
a
don't
rumor.
know.
I heard a rumor he was gay. I heard a rumor he was gay.
I've been hearing that too. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. So on that, I don't know. I don't know. But no, some real shit. If you say the most enlightened right now, Nick Fuentes. No, I'm very serious. If I want to catch up on politics, I listen to Nick Fuentes. I get it. I get it. He's a white supremacist. But when you break his stuff down compared to others, man, it's unfiltered. And also, he don't pull punches. Especially, like I said, he's the white aspect or whatever, the white community. He goes in on them, bro. He don't be playing around. He don't pull punches. He's not just out there. He's not the status quo. So Nick, and he's banned. I think he's banned on YouTube. He's banned on a lot of platforms. So people repost his stuff. Oh yeah, I've seen his stuff probably 2 years ago on Rumble. I was on Rumble looking around. He was live. I ain't never in my life seen somebody get the money. That man, I thought Kevin Samuels got donations. Man, when I went there on Rumble and I saw Nick Fuentes, man, I never seen some. That man must have made $25,000. I ain't never seen that in my life. I saw $100 donation, $100 donation, $500 donation, $100. And Nick had to stop his show. He said, hold up, we got to stop to catch up on these super chats. And I said, wait a minute. I said, damn, Nick, you getting paid like this over here? I didn't know he was getting paid like that. I didn't know. And that was Rumble. He was the dude. I ain't never seen nobody shut Rumble. He shut Rumble down. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. Hit the Cash App, man. We've been going Stephen A's under fire. He got punked out by LeBron. You guys co-sign that, which I don't understand. You black guys, y'all co-sign a man. Man, you can't do that, bro. If you in the barber's chair, the nigga come in and stand over you, got to do something. You don't have a choice. He don't leave you no choice. LeBron James sized him up, told him to shut his ass up and leave my kid alone. He froze, bro. He froze Stephen A. Jasmine on him, Kamala on him, Michelle Obama. You got Obama in the background. Obama mad at him. The NABJ mad at him. You got all these people pissed off at Stephen A. What's he gonna do, bro? We sick of you, bro. You ain't standing on business. We put you in there to stand on business. You in there playing with Sean Hannity. That's a legitimate motherfucker, yeah. Stephen, we stood behind you, brother. Stand on business. You got your $1 million contract. Now stand on business. You in there sliding and fucking playing footsie with Sean Hannity. Like the stream, brother. We got a dude in here talking about some free Chauvin. They just denied him another trial, brother. They just denied him another trial, plus that state trial. He'll never get that changed. Derek Chauvin. Like, share, support, man. We got the join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. We got Garris up here. Garris.
What?
Go right ahead, brother. Go ahead.
It's nothing I can say that's gonna change your mind, man.
It's nothing you can say because of what?
That's gonna change your mind.
We agree about Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, we do. It's just the other stuff we don't agree on.
Stephen A. Smith, until he steps up to LeBron, he's going to be under suspicion. Until you do that, you're going to be under suspicion, brother.
But why though?
He let him punk him out, man. You can't let another man punk you out, man.
You have to be respected for having a backbone for people to listen to you.
Not in the black community, you can't do that.
Okay, when was people ever under the impression that Stephen A. Smith had a backbone?
And I think black people think that. That's why they mad at him, because he ain't got no backbone and he ain't helping them.
Yeah, well, I mean, when Stephen A. threatens people, are people actually scared or?
Yeah, they fear
Yeah.
him. They fear him like they should.
Sure.
You don't, but many do.
That minute being relative to what, like a handful?
What we gonna do, man? He can't undo time. The NABJ has censored him. He got issues with LeBron James. He got an issue with his hairline. So what we gonna do, bro?
He might need to call out LeBron James' son again.
He better not. He better not go around. He better not go around Bronny. Bronny got them hands, bro.
He'll be all right. He'll get paid. Just sue him. Just do the whole Duke from Rocky 5, and say, "Touch me and I'll sue."
We put it out. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I was saying they'll probably get him a lot more money too if he talked about LeBron James' son. So.
And we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you, Garris. We tried to get you in yesterday. I don't know. I hit that thing about 10 times. It didn't let you up. And he'll be back. He told me he'll be back. The guy that was up here. So I know you was coming up here to defend me. I know you was coming up here to defend me. Right? Yeah. Okay. Maybe not, huh? Like, share, support, man. Like the stream, man. Support the platform, man. We got the join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. Hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat, support the show. Subscribe to the show. Hit the likes down there. Cash App, Plat for Game. Shout out. I'm looking right now. J Rock, $20 holler. And we out, brother.